Okay, hello everyone. It is time for session 8 of Crusade on Candy Kingdom. Where we left off, the three of you had just finished talking to Zero. You got a new arm. Congratulations there. You had some mild suspicion about the Queen's medicine. You were drilled into by your friends and family on why you hadn't asked Fudge out yet. And the three of you were on your way to the Empire. If I remember correctly, you were not going to go through Variety Bog. You were just going to go straight there. As
fast as we can, I think, was...
Which, not going to Variety Bog would be the fastest way.
And there we go.
So, very easy recap, because last session was just a bunch of exposition. I am Raven. I am the Dungeon Weaver for Crusade. And today I am joined by these three.
Zack, I play Kit.
Holly, I play Trolli.
I do like that it rhymes. Danielle, I play Igneas.
Okay. I want to start a session eventually that I'm just like, alright, now swap character sheets.
Ooh, that would be some shit.
Okay, so I actually don't fully remember what time around you guys left, but if you're heading straight there and you're not making a stop in Morales, there isn't really anything going on in the court between Non-Press and the border. However, is there anything you wanted to do or talk about on your way there? You are going to spend pretty much like better part of a day just on the road.
No, but I did remember I need to reroll my luck number.
Yes.
Sorry.
I don't know why I'm rolling. I don't have any luck points.
Don't roll.
I got a 91.
Nice.
I'm not allowed to have
What'd you roll?
a 20.
Can she have my 91?
You remember, if you roll 25 or less, you can roll again.
I rolled exactly a 25.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
26.
I can help you there.
Okay, 93.
Can she have my 91?
No. That's not how this works.
Everything sucks.
I don't have any luck points.
Everything
You might
sucks.
get one. You know what? As tempting as it is to give you one just to prove you wrong, I'm not going to do that. Because your fucking misery was not quite funny enough to me for me to give you a luck point.
Okay.
Anyway, so nothing you guys wanted to talk about as you head for the Empire.
I don't think so.
So, right around nightfall, you start to get to the border of the Empire. Unlike the border for the plains, there is just a massive stone wall with a closed-off gate.
I assume this is probably the gate that I passed through on the way in.
Yes.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, since you are from the Empire, you can roll me history.
Okay. Nat 20.
Okay, so you know how these work. Effectively, you can see as you're approaching, there is like a guard post. You need to be... They're typically pretty nonchalant. You do officially need to be let in and out. Well, let out, you can go whatever you want. But let in, you need to be officially let in. But they're usually pretty okay with it. However, at this time of night, they don't let anyone in.
Okay. Do I know if they're okay with camping nearby?
Oh, yeah, no, they don't give a shit. Because you're technically... Until you go through that gate, you're in the court.
Right.
Like, this
Yeah,
is
you're
right
not
on the
in
border.
Trolli, we're going to have to stop here for the night.
Alrighty.
They don't have anyone at the gates?
They won't let us in either way.
Well, why not?
It's too late at night.
They don't let anyone in it. You know, actually, now that I think of it, that might be smart.
That sounds like Peepaw. I miss Peepaw.
Peepaw's a smart man.
You're always more than welcome to call people, you know. You have Dot's number and she lives with him.
You also have the house phone.
That's true. You have the house phone as well.
You know what? Fine. We'll call Dot, and we'll put her on speaker, and we'll fucking just have a group chat with Peepaw.
You sure it's not too late to call her?
I'll text Dot first and ask if Peepaw's awake.
Oh, okay.
Do you text Dot?
Yes.
So a few minutes pass as you are like setting up camp, I would assume. But eventually you do get a text from Dot, and she's like, Yeah, Peepaw and I are still awake. We're watching some stories.
You're watching stories.
Yeah, on the teletube.
How is she that good with a phone but doesn't know what a fucking television is?
Is she good with a phone?
She's not.
She
good
knows how to
with
play
phones.
Candy Crush
That's about it.
and Temple Run.
Baby.
You're a baby.
I think my grandma could even play Temple Run, and she might still occasionally call TV shows stories.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, they seem to be awake, so if y'all want to talk to them.
Sure.
She's gonna call Dot.
All right. So the phone rings for a second, and after a second, hello.
Well, hello. How are you doing today?
It's like 9:30.
Yeah.
But
how was your day?
It was good. How is everything all right?
Yeah, put Peepaw on the phone.
Oh, okay. You hear some shuffling. Wow. Oh, okay. How are you, youngin?
It is so nice to hear your voice.
It is fantastic to hear your voice, Trolli. The
I'm
boys there with you?
How are you, sir?
She puts him on speakerphone.
Hello, Kent.
Hello?
Milky Way is doing fine.
That's good. That's good to hear, Iggy. Good to hear your voice.
Do you want me to talk to her for you?
I would love to talk to Milky Way. Please, thank you.
I can translate if you want.
All right.
I don't know
Tell
how
me-
long you want to be on the phone.
Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, we're gonna go out to the fucking Milky Way.
This takes 10 minutes to set
You
up.
can use a spell slot for it. We're about to go.
I don't have any spell slots.
Oh, right.
Barbarian.
Okay, well,
Unless you
Iggy,
can do it.
while Iggy prepares to talk to Milky Way, how's it been since?
Everything's been all right. Dot and I are keeping ourselves busy. Town's doing pretty okay. We got a few refugees from Redvine coming in. They got hit by the heat pretty hard,
Right.
but a few of them seem to be doing all right. So, and Dot and I have just been reminiscing about family. Hoping you'll find Harry soon, and I know you don't like to talk about it, but talking about your folks, and my kids,
Well, I mean, I hope that they're safe at the minimum, I suppose.
Right. The friend of yours was mighty nice. Not that you were necessarily looking for this kind of thing, but I approve. That's what you're worried about.
I don't think I was worried about that.
She was worried about it, Peepaw. I could tell.
don't think
I
I
could tell
was.
she was worried about it. I made sure to tell her that we were okay with him. Well, good on you, Dot. Good on
What
you.
is happening?
Listen,
I'm listening.
I'm glad to hear that the three of y'all are safe. I just want to make sure you're safe. Want to make sure he's safe. Want to make sure whatever you two do together is
Can
safe.
you please?
Mima and I used to get plenty busy back in our younger days. I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and he sombers down a little bit. He's like choking aside.
I'm sorry, sir.
Thank you, Iggy. I hope that you make it out of this okay as your Peepaw, but also as your Peepaw. I don't want adventuring to be your whole life. I hope the three of you, find happiness at some point.
Does it make you any feel better to know Mima had happiness when she left?
Oh, I know she did. Mima lived a great life. I made sure of that.
She went
And
very
ma-
peacefully.
She made sure I lived a great life.
Yes, she did.
And you're going to continue living a great life, aren't you, Peepaw?
I ain't going nowhere yet, that's for sure.
You better not go nowhere.
Well, I'm making sure that we won't either.
Good man.
You can't leave Dot by herself with her tower defenses.
I don't plan to.
I can talk to Milky Way now.
Oh,
Let's
all right.
I'll
transfer
just
over
act
to
as
Milky
a
Way.
translator from...
Moo.
Hey there, Milky Way.
Peepaw says hi.
Hans, my love. We are family, Hans.
Milky Way says you are family, Hans.
Alright, tell her she's right.
He says you're right.
I know I am correct. We've been family since my first day as a calf. And
She
for
says
generations beyond that.
She says
If
you
our
did-
souls were connected in a past life, they remain connected now. I don't know if you believe in reincarnation, Iggy. But if it exists, I'm living proof.
She says you've been family for a really long time.
Well, yeah, I mean, the old girl's at least 20 by now.
I mean,
She's an old cow.
She's talking about, like, generations and ancestors and past lives long.
Iggy, you pulling my leg? Or...
I'm not!
Iggy, it's pretty late at night, alright? Listen.
I'm not kidding. That's what she said.
Well, okay.
Have you had other cows did you have a cow that
No.
was her mom? or-
No. I bought her at an auction.
Okay.
Well, tell you what, Iggy.
That's scary.
Tell you what. Tell Milky Way. Yeah. For me.
Okay. I'll say it exactly like you said.
Alright. Let me know what she says.
Milky Way, he says, yeah.
Oh, yes, Hans, he understands me. Good. Excellent.
She's glad that you understand.
Tell him that I remain in mourning after Mima's passing, but I trudge on, protecting you three youngins from the dangers of the world.
She's as sad as we are about Mima.
Tell him I don't trust that fudge man. I don't trust any man that goes after my youngin' Trolli.
She doesn't trust Fudge, but I have to disagree personally, sir.
Why don't she trust Fudge?
I don't know.
Then
Why don't you
Fudge
trust
seems-
Fudge?
He is a man. Trolli is a woman. She is young and dainty.
Hans is a man, but you trust him. I'm like arguing this out
Hans
loud.
is more than a man. He is like a knight in shining armor with a bucket of iron every morning to grab my chocolate milk straight from my udders. I can tell by looking at Fudge he would not be as gentle. Not as tender.
I wish I could
Tell him I love the way he tenderly handles my udders. Tell him, Iggy!
I wish I could convey to you that Igneas is incapable of making facial expressions. So he's just staring blankly as all this is going on.
You're staring blankly, and I just hear moo, 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 moo.
You hear like incredibly aggressive moves.
Igneas, is everything okay?
People?
Yeah.
She really likes the way that you handle her udders.
What?
That's what she said. She told me to tell you. I don't really like this anymore.
I'm not having fun anymore.
Kid's gonna pick up the bucket and like slide it over to Charlie. I'm not doing this anymore.
Goodness.
Listen, Iggy, tell you what. Can you take the phone and take me off speakerphone, please?
Yeah, I'll take it.
There you go.
Take it off speaker.
Whoops.
Yes, sir.
Iggy, I don't want shenanigans going on over there, alright? I don't know. Listen, I love that cow, and I know that cow loves me, but I get the feeling you're pulling my leg.
I'm really not. I promise you I'm not. I literally can speak to her as if she spoke English, and this is what she's saying to you.
Right, well,
I couldn't make this. You know me. You
Listen,
know I
listen.
couldn't make this up.
listen. Milky Way's always been a strong heifer, you know what I mean?
Very.
But, honestly, Iggy, I don't even know what to fucking say.
I don't either, sir. I'm sorry.
I guess just as long as she's keeping you safe and she knows that I love her, this is not how I expected my cow to talk to me.
She's a little scary.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no. There's a reason I was comfortable letting you guys take her along. She can
You
defend
didn't
you pretty
seem
good.
very comfortable with it.
Well, listen, you know what, Iggy? Listen, I was as comfortable. Listen, there was no cow I'd be more comfortable with than Milky Way to keep y'all safe. But I do miss my cow.
Okay. Well,
Tell her I'm mishandling her udders. Tell her, Iggy.
Are you sure I
Tell
have-
her. Tell her, Iggy. Do it for Peepaw, Iggy. I just lost Mima. You gotta tell her this for me.
You're like,
What is happening?
Peepaw says he misses handling your udder.
Good, excellent.
Taking that phone. People, what is going on?
I don't know. Iggy started spouting some nonsense. I can't talk sense into that boy.
Talking about handling Milky Way's udders.
Nobody knows how to get the milk out of Milky Way like I do, alright?
That's a known fact, but I
Yeah.
don't understand why you traumatizing Iggy.
She's not denying it.
I ain't traumatizing nobody.
Look,
alright?
they're not from our town. They don't understand that you're the world's master at milk udders.
They don't-
I'm sitting
they
with
don't-
my head in my hands.
They
in
don't
like
need
a
to
pile.
understand. They
You're
just
the
need
world
to
champion at
respect it.
this. Of course, they're never gonna have heard of you.
Excuse me.
It's a title you have to bear with nobody knowing what it is.
Alright. Well, thank y'all for letting me talk to my cow. My favorite cow.
Got a speaker again.
Once again, I hope the three of y'all stay safe, stay out of trouble.
Yes, sir.
Well, y'all stay out of trouble.
Trolli, you find your brother.
I'll try.
Iggy, you come home safe.
Okay.
What about me? What?
Well, you come home safe too, but after you find your brother. And Kit, you keep that promise you made.
I will.
Good night, y'all.
Have a good night.
Iggy's like, where's the rain when I need it?
I understand now.
I'm so
I have no
sorry.
tear ducts, but I must cry.
I'm so sorry. I hope that hasn't changed your view on Milky Way.
Just
Or Peepaw.
Iggy.
No, not
Iggy,
them.
what is the problem, my youngin'?
Just on normal
Iggy.
organic
Iggy.
beings in general.
Iggy.
We're a little
Iggy. Iggy. What is the problem, my youngin'? What ails you?
This is very strange for me.
What is very strange?
Udders.
What is strange about my udders, Iggy?
The very nature of them, it's weird.
What is weird about nature?
Feed babies from...
Correct. All the youngins in town drink my chocolate milk. Not straight from the teat, mind you.
I'm glad for that.
If you would like to try some of my chocolate
I'm
milk,
okay.
Trolli has milked me before, and I'm sure she could do it again.
I'm okay, thank you.
My chocolate milk is rich and delicious, and
I'm
full of
okay.
vitamins and minerals.
It's not for me.
You are a vitamin and or a mineral.
Exactly.
Consume my milk, Igneas.
Grow stronger. So that one day you too could be made into a constellation.
Igneas, I have a favor to ask you.
What is it?
Next time you see Peepaw, if I am not there, please tell him that I quite enjoy the way he tenderly handles my udders. I worry that
I'll just try to make sure he's there next time.
I worry that perhaps you did not properly convey this over the phone.
Maybe I can have somebody else
You know
translate.
You made it
Playful
out to
right
be
now.
something
Chocolate milk.
bad happening.
Does
And
sound good. That's why I got the bucket.
Igneas, asked them if they would like my milk. They seem interested.
Charlie's gonna pick up the bucket. And
Yes, yes.
I'm like,
Purpose.
She's just
Glorious purpose.
gonna fucking
I'm
milk.
kind of doing
I
this
am
no
burdened
more
with
on my-
glorious purpose.
Gonna milk Milky Way. Igneas, are you sure you don't want some?
Nope.
What's wrong?
Nope.
Put the glass in my sword hole.
But it's really good.
As soon
I
as
have
you
walked
start,
away.
you can't hear it, but as soon as you start like milking Milky Way, she goes from like yes, yes to just kind of like, all right, cool, like, awesome. This is what I do. I'm a cow.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be so intense all the time. Just it's when you haven't been milked in a while.
Yeah, all that pent up rage.
All that pent up purpose.
Then when she's done, she'll offer it to Igneas. But
Aren't you supposed to pasteurize it?
My milk comes out pasteurized already. This is Candyland. Go with the simplicity, Igneas.
Wait, if that's true, we could save it and make ice cream.
we could do that.
No. You must drink it now.
You could at least
Why?
try it.
I want
Here
you
you
to
go,
try
kid.
milk. It tastes delicious. It is unironically probably the best chocolate milk you've ever tasted. Like,
I'll try some.
I would tear down
like
nations.
Milky
for this.
Way is very like no, Milky Way is a quality fucking cow. Like,
I would tear down nations for this chocolate milk.
We're all gonna fucking share some chalky milk and go to bed.
Chalky milk.
Some delicious as fuck chalky milk.
Apparently, it's fucking
I'm gonna get like a
delicious chocolate
custom-made
milk.
cup that like fits into my fucking like sword holes.
Well, Igneas suffers with the idea of udders and mammals.
So I'll just kind of have to be like, you were right, Milky Way. It's really good.
I know.
I know, I made it.
I guide others to a treasure I cannot have.
You can't drink it yourself?
It don't make this weird. We gumptions have a saying, Igneas. You're making it weird.
I have heard that saying before.
Are you guys talking? They're done talking to the Milky Way and
I think
shit?
we're done.
No.
Okay, so anyway.
Specifically, not in the way that I've heard a gumption say that before, so that must be a gumption thing. But the fact that I've heard somebody else say it at all must mean that it's right.
So as you guys are dicking around with a cow and drinking its milk, like part of the guard post, like the door on the guard post specifically opens, and 3 drunken guards step out,
Oh dear.
and they're kind of glaring at Igneas and, hey,
Oh, hello.
what are y'all doing?
Oh, we're just resting for the night.
Why?
Well,
Because you don't let people through at this late.
Goddamn right.
So we were just gonna wait till the morning.
so we were going to wait here.
Well, we'll tell you what. Y'all can't be here with that fucking jag, so
I'm sorry, I
Run
don't know
along.
what you're talking about.
they like stumble a little closer to you, get kind of like in your face. Their breath smells like alcohol. I fucking said you ain't camping here with that fucking rock taking up the path.
You have no jurisdiction in this area. Go back to your drinking and leave us
I'll
be.
show you jurisdiction, and they fucking draw their sword a little bit.
I think you need to put that away
What
before
difference does
somebody
it
gets
make if
hurt.
I'm here
Oh
or
yeah,
not?
because I'm real threatened by a little girl and a gimpy old man.
Oh, this little girl does pack a little bit of a punch.
Oh, does she now?
Uh-huh. So how about you turn around and take your little happy ass home?
Roll me a persuasion check.
It's a 16.
I'm gonna roll for that and see what they get. See if they can listen to you while drunk. Nope.
That's fair. That's
They
fair.
rolled a 17. I'm sorry.
Cool. Well, I rolled a 17, but I have a -1.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They rolled a 17, and I was gonna go off their like Constitution modifier. How about fuck you? And they draw their weapons, and everybody can roll for initiative. I don't have to roll for them while they're fucking drunk as shit. Really quick. Holly, may I borrow your thing? We're gonna go ahead and say you guys are like over here. Place yourselves wherever you would have been. We're gonna say this is the gate.
I'm gonna say, this is Milky Way.
Oh, they're over on top of that.
No, I'm sorry, this is Milky Way.
Just make this kit for today.
Well, I'm gonna need minis
Oh,
regardless.
right.
Where do you want to be?
Wherever, almost like kind
Well, I
of.
feel like you would be walking away from
Yeah,
Milky
away
Way.
from the back. Yeah.
Here, I'll be, because I was talking to you
Okay.
last.
I need to use the restroom. In case it matters, my initiative was a 9.
Thank you.
Mine's a 12.
So, very cool.
In the half dragon section, can you pull out the? I think there's a half dragon section, isn't there?
To the right. Right middle area.
I almost said red dragon.
you.
We'll just use these guys.
You were over there, you could have just put him.
Oh, okay.
And then one of them's up in Trolli's face. And the other two kind of behind their boy. Okay, did everyone roll for initiative?
Yes.
Good, because I didn't. Okay.
Remember, if they're drunk, they are technically poisoned and get disadvantage on everything. That's actually the ruling.
Oh, it sucks that you're not the DM.
Well,
What did you roll?
14.
12.
9.
Oh, they get to go first?
Yep, they rolled an 18.
Oh, yeah.
So the one in front of Trolli is going to roll the pretty much just hit.
Roll my damage.
Though one of those hits
Mm-hmm.
for I need my dice. Where are you? Why is it that as soon as I need a specific dice, I can't find it? They roll for, or you're going to take a total of 8 damage.
Okay.
The other two will move up. Igneas.
You don't have an advantage against me yet.
I roll with disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
The first one does not hit. And the second one does not hit. And then on Kit, the first one just hits.
Oh, I have my shield now,
Okay.
so I have 19 AC. And the shield is out.
Your thing has been updated. That does not hit.
It's only when the shield is out.
Which I mostly have out all the time.
And so neither hit. Kit, it is your turn.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Then the first one's going to deal... Oh, I rolled the wrong damage dice. I'm so used to my great sword. I don't have that anymore. Still rolling the wrong ones. What the fuck is wrong with me? First one does 7 damage. Second one does 12 damage. Because the second one's an 18 on the die, so...
So that's a total of...
It's fucking... plus 12, 19. And I'm doing non-lethal.
Okay.
I'm just trying to knock him out.
Yeah, that's what Charlie was gonna be like. Maybe we should not kill them, especially with Igneas. Because I'd hate for him
I'm
to be
basically
like,
just hitting
we
him
were
with the back of the
murdered.
fucking sword. Like,
Okay. Trolli?
My attack. I was gonna bonus action Shillelagh, but then my attack missed, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Kit. I'm sorry, Igneas.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay. 14 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
I have not raged yet. An 18 plus stuff surely hits then.
Yep.
It just changes my damage dice.
Fucking 13 more damage.
So that's a total of
14 plus 13 is
27.
Make sure it's non-lethal.
Can you toss me my calculator? I forgot where it was. It's over there.
I did mean to say it is non-lethal.
I will take it, but going forward, if you don't say it, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's
Unless, well, no, I understand you said it. I'm not going to make you say it every turn. That's a waste of time. I acknowledge that until you say otherwise, you are doing non-lethal.
For right now, yes.
And the whole table's just kind of under the standing of like this. We're not trying to kill them.
We're not trying to kill them.
Right.
We just want them to leave us alone.
We just want them to fuck off.
Okay. So once again, it's their turn. And the
Okay.
one in front of Trolli. Their first attack hits.
I bet it does. With like 15 AC.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
You're a druid, that's going to be a problem your entire existence.
Yeah.
And that's going to do 9 more damage. Their second attack hits.
Okay. No, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna show up to the castle like
For
I'm
another
here.
9 damage.
I'm
We're
here.
about to take a long rest.
I feel like I'm missing some of my dice.
Kind of love that I haven't had to rage yet, but because we got a proficiency up with 5th level.
As a DM, I say that if you are raging, you're not allowed to do non-lethal.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that
makes
does.
perfect sense.
Well, good thing I'm not raging yet.
Because, like, if you're fucking losing yourself in angry bloodlust, I'm not going to be like, but you are just gentle enough to not fucking kill him.
That does make sense, actually. I would be perfectly
I feel like
willing
I've
to go
heard
with
that from you before, but I just assumed that was the actual ruling.
No, that's just something I
now
do.
that I know that's not the actual in-book ruling, that is the rule. I just assumed
Or at
that
least
was...
not that I know of. That's just
Perfectly
something I've
fair.
always done.
It's not official.
Sorry, I would have
but
made it clear if I thought it was the actual, because it makes that much sense to me.
It
Like,
does. I agree.
Anyway, it's Kid's turn.
I rolled a nat 1 for my first hit.
Nice.
17 plus stuff for the second hit.
Okay.
For 10 damage.
Okay.
It's an action.
Trolli.
My attack missed, so I can't do anything.
Okay.
I rolled a 2 on the dice.
Okay. Igneas.
Let's see here. I'm still not raging. 17 plus stuff. Pretty sure that hits.
Okay.
That's a 2. I get to reroll it. Now it's a 1.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Feel that a lot.
So, 7
At least it's not
damage
3
on the
sixes.
first hit.
It's just not 3 6s.
Okay.
The second hit I have to roll again to hit, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Just making sure. Fucking 19. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so 10 damage on the second hit. Again, all non-lethal.
Okay, so...
And I am doing less damage than I would be if I was raging.
Trolli, make me a strength check.
It's a 19 on the dice. Well,
Okay.
hang on. It's an 18.
That's fine. So, the one in front of you, who's looking perfectly fine, goes to, like, grapple you, but he is drunk and he fails. So we're gonna write that one off.
Makes perfect sense.
The one in front of Kit is, like, looking a little beat up. I don't know what you're fucking one of us, buddy. I don't know why you're fucking defending this little girl in a jag, but whatever. And he's gonna go to hit you again.
Nice.
I appreciate it if you grab that, but I'm also just gonna roll a different one here. He rolled exceptionally well. He's with disadvantage, so you don't have to take that nat 20, but you are getting hit with the soft 20.
Nice.
Soft is better than hard.
I've never had a woman say that to me.
Depends on if she's tired.
He's gonna do. Where are you? That is gonna be 8 damage, and then he's gonna swing on you again.
You're taking damage.
That one also hits, and you're taking another. What did I say? Yeah, I want this one. That time you're taking another 11 damage.
So 19 in total?
Yep.
He mimicked my first attack.
Nice.
What an asshole.
And then the one in front of you, Igneas, is just kind of like, you ain't doing shit, as he's like clearly looking like ass. And he kind of like, and he goes to hit you. He just barely misses. And he misses again.
He's had a few too many.
Oh, for sure. These guys like got off their shift and just started drinking.
I mean, I can't blame him, but
it's Kit's turn.
Minimum is an 18 to hit, so I assume
Yep.
I'm good. First one's gonna do 9 damage.
Okay.
Second one's gonna do 10 damage, so 19 in total.
Okay.
As I say, because I'm not as narrow-minded as you pathetic drunkards.
Okay. Trolli.
I rolled a 22 to hit.
Okay.
I'm in business for 9 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and I used one of my fighting spirits. I forgot to say that, but I rolled the advantage and everything.
Igneas.
I rolled an 11 to hit and then a 12 to hit, so I'm pretty sure I'm not hitting. Yeah, I didn't think so. But I still don't want to rage.
Trolli, you have not transformed, right?
I am not. I'm still a little pink child.
Right. Roll another strength check.
That's a 13.
Where'd my dice go? Where did I put them? They were right here.
Are they on the
There
floor?
they are. I got them.
We're done.
Okay, so he beats you.
Okay.
So,
I think.
as you kind of reel back and dinky hit him, because you are a 19-year-old girl. These are guards. They're big, kind of burly men. He grabs you and tackles you to the ground, and he kind of just pins you there. And he like studies you up and down for a second.
Okay.
Meanwhile, but he is holding you there. Meanwhile, the one in front of Kit is going to reach into his pocket and take out a potion. Fucking pull the, I don't know, it's cork. I don't know. And he is going to heal for 11.
All I'm thinking of is Kit just going like, dink, and like hitting the bottom of the potion bottle, so he's like,
And then the one in front of Igneas is going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Because they kind of just assume that their fucking boss friend went down, even though he tackled somebody, but they, out of their peripheral vision, he's on the fucking floor.
oh shit. Yes, man, no.
Yeah, pretty much.
Plus they're drunk.
We're getting our asses kicked and bosses down. Like,
I assume we'll be making another strength check.
Kit.
I definitely hit. 12 damage on the first one, 7 damage on the second one, so another 19 on the guy in front of me.
Okay. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Trolli,
I
it's
was
your
about
turn.
to say,
But judging by
it's-
how you reacted to whatever you pre-rolled.
I needed to roll a opposing strength check, correct?
Correct.
That's a 10.
Still,
I'm still on the ground. Okay.
you're trying, and every now and then he does like fall off you a little bit, and then he like tackles you again. He rolls you over. At this point, you're like on your stomach, and he's got like your arm behind you.
You trying to fucking arrest her? Like,
No, he's just trying to keep her pinned to the ground. Okay, now Igneas.
Both of them hit because they're both 14s on the die plus a 7.
Mm-hmm.
So a 21.
Okay.
The first hit is 10 damage. The next hit is 14 damage. So 24 in total.
Okay.
Bam. Whoosh. Bam. Non-lethal.
The enemy on top of Trolli is going to pretty much just hit her while he has her pinned down.
Which means he gets advantage,
Advantage, but
and
he's
then
at disadvantage, so it's a
second
normal
one.
roll.
Yep.
Are they doing lethal?
You don't know. They're attacking with swords.
Well, I mean, you can tell if they're doing lethal by whether they're using the blade or the flat. Like,
Sometimes they're using one, sometimes because like they're drunk. They're just
Right,
kind of fucking
right.
hitting you. Like this is definitely one of those fights that like, are they doing lethal intentionally? No, but like
Could they?
they
Could
could
they?
end up
They
accidentally
could.
killing him.
if
right,
one of you
okay.
goes down, I'm rolling to see if it was a lethal hit or a non-lethal hit.
Oh, we're about to
Right.
find out.
He does hit.
4.
13 damage.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
No, not yet. On your death.
How are you? Actually, no, you haven't been hitting him.
I haven't been hitting him, but I've been taking all the hits.
I'm sorry. And then, like before, the one in front of Kit is going to go for Kit. That's a hit. I'm happy they're rolling so well, because otherwise this would have been nothing with them rolling just advantage all the time. I'm sorry. That's going to be 9 damage to Kit on the first swing. I actually didn't even do the second swing against Trolli, but I won't go backwards to rectify that.
He's drunk.
And then he misses the second one with that one. On Igneas,
You said you did 9 for
What
the
about
first
Trolli?
one?
yes. Do you want me to go back and try to hit you
I'm
again?
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It was a joke.
Okay. On Igneas, the first hit misses.
Okay.
The second one does hit for 6 damage.
Wait. I have to have that.
Are you raging?
No, I'm not. Never mind. Wait, but what type of damage is it?
It is slashing.
Then I do have to have it.
I thought that was the only way you raged.
Nope.
You're only supposed to get that while you rage.
Wait.
That
Let me-
sounds like you're only supposed to get it. Well, if you can tell me why you still have it, then
No, you're right. It is only while I rage.
Yeah, I was
What-
gonna say, the only...
The part that I didn't remember was that it becomes all types except for psychic because of the bear totem
Yeah.
thing, not because of the
have you been having your damage this whole time?
This is the first time I've gotten hit.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
That's a good point.
Yeah, because the only thing you're resistant to outside of raging is cold.
Yep.
Okay.
So sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. Honest mistake.
I don't get hit that much.
Kit.
I'm using my last fighting spirit. Oops, forgot to roll damage. Those definitely both hit. 8 damage for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
10 damage for the second one. 18 overall.
Okay. Trolli.
So I have to do a opposed strength check. I can't do anything else.
I would let you
Could
like.
go into bear form.
Oh, that's what I'm asking. Like, is
you
my
could,
option?
No, you could go. I mean, he'd be like on top of you as a bear, but it would be the same as if somebody had mounted you, I guess, because he's on top of you now. So I
Right.
wouldn't.
I was just confused about like if I'm technically pinned down and grappled, is my only option to break out of it?
No, you can turn into a bear.
Then I will be turning into a bear.
All grappling does is reduce your movement to 0.
Yeah, like you could also just try to fucking slug him in the face.
Yeah, and you don't take a disadvantage.
Yeah, you can still
It just means you
fucking hit
can't
him.
go anywhere.
Right.
But are you turning into a bear, or do you want to just hit him?
Let's just hit him.
Just like as the staff.
Does a 16 hit? Okay.
You can bonus action turn into a bear, can't you?
I don't want to turn into a bear because I don't want to kill them
You can still do non-lethal
You
as
can
a
still
bear.
do
As a
non-lethal.
bear?
Yeah.
with my
You're
claws.
just
and
hitting him in the
fangs?
back of your
Yeah.
paw. Like,
You don't become any dumber.
and
as a bear.
headbutt them instead of
The
bite
only
them.
reason that, again, I thought this was written is that I would say a barbarian when raging they get stronger and take less damage because they're just seeing red, at that point you're not going to be like, let me hurt him just enough.
Yeah,
you know,
like you're not being tactful at that point about how you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're not being precise.
When your
You're
main
being
gimmick is
brutal.
called reckless attack, I'm not going to let you do it at non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
Then I will be a bear.
Okay. That is still your turn. Igneas.
What in the fuck?
Okay, well,
Somebody
now
with a
that
bear.
seems like it's handled. So, you said
I
16
got
doesn't
her.
hit.
Nope.
Oh shit.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
I figured it probably would. 15 damage on the first attack. Or the only attack I did.
The
15
bear's
damage.
not gonna die yet.
Still not raging.
Okay. So the enemy on top of Trolli is very much like, what the fuck? I must be fucking really drunk. I'm gonna beat the shit out of this bear. Fuck
Hopefully
you,
the
Boo Bear.
Hopefully the bear can hit. Hopefully the bear can hit.
Even at disadvantage, they roll really well, so the first attack hits. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
All
I
right,
mean,
let's-
she's got 11 AC right now.
you
It
got
doesn't
11
matter how
AC,
well
but full
hit.
display. They rolled before modifiers. They rolled an 18 and a 16, so it's like, I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I have an 11 AC as a bear, so.
you are taking 11 damage on the first attack.
Okay.
These guys are like me when I get drunk. They somehow just get more focused.
And then what about the next one?
Me.
Me when I get drunk, but about art.
The next one. They also hit.
I know they do.
Because they rolled an 11 at their disadvantage. The next one, they do 8 more damage.
Okay. Okay. The bear's bloody.
At this point, the guy, because he's still on your back, he's got like a fistful of like your gummy neck fur.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of like, fuck yeah! And is like wailing into the, like, he's like bull riding pretty much. I'm sorry this is all happening to you. Meanwhile, the one in front of Kit is, he like stumbles back.
He's gonna fucking bear.
Oh, fuck!
And his, first attack misses. But his second attack hits. He rolled 2 16s.
It's fine, I'm just an old man.
And he rolled 11 damage.
That sucks. That's the second time
I
now.
hate that. I hate that.
Meanwhile, the one in front of Igneas is like, he looks pretty much dead. And
You're still
he's got a broken nose. And he's like, you fucking disgusting fucking piece of ground.
feel like his broken nose was from you just kind of going
Um,
with your maul. Like,
first one does not hit. You don't have to take the crit, but you do get hit.
Okay.
I've crit like 3 times, but because they're disadvantaged, they don't hit with it.
Thank fucking
Right,
God. Trolli
but
be down by
I
now.
still have to.
You are going to take 10 damage.
Okay.
I wish I want to hit for once.
slashing damage done.
Kid.
I'm gonna fucking-
Okay. Yes. Oh, it's my turn.
Shit's too fast.
Tell me if you hit.
Okay, no.
I definitely hit.
What's your minimum?
I did
I'm not
8.
allowed.
He's down.
Okay. Then with the second attack, the crit, I'm gonna walk over and just be like, "Get the fuck off!" and just like whack him.
Can you
like,
do that? Is that legal?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can move between attacks.
it's extra attack.
You can attack, move, and then do an attack?
It's only when multi-attack. You
Yeah.
can't do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you have extra attack, you can do that. My multi-attack
Okay.
is not applied to
I
that.
thought they were like the same thing but reskinned.
No, multi-attack is just you use your one
And
extra
I
attack
finally
twice.
remembered my slasher ability, which means I get an extra damage die. So I did fucking 20 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna action surge and do it again.
I thought you were gonna be like, and I missed.
I hit both.
Okay.
Fire, and I missed. focused.
The first one does 9. The second one does 13. So 22 in total. As I just walk over and start bludgeoning this man.
What the fuck?
Get off!
Do you have to take disadvantage for hitting since he's on a bear?
No, because technically he would be prone. I should be getting advantage, but I'm not going to.
Trolli.
I missed both my attacks.
Okay, Igneas.
Makes sense, he's on your back.
You've got this little Choclatin with a broken nose.
Yeah.
Some strawberry jam leaking
Yeah.
down.
I hit one of my attacks, which
He's dead.
Okay.
Well, down.
I was gonna say
Down.
that explains why I'm hitting him lighter, because that time I only did 8 damage.
He was at literal 1.
You just
Damn, yeah, then. I like.
stop it.
He
Or
goes,
the thing in fucking 2D Disney movies where you're like. And they just fall.
Would you like to move?
Yes, I would like to move.
Move up and help the bear, please.
Yes.
The bear's not doing great.
Is the bear technically taking up this space?
She is a 2x2, I thought.
Yeah.
So does that mean she's in the
There
middle
you
of
go.
here?
yes.
Put her there.
Yes.
I'll get you like a white base at some point.
So I've moved there now.
Fact.
This guy is like, fuck off, y'all fucking broken old man, fucking little girl, piece of shit. He gets
Is he attacking the bear?
He's attacking the bears though. 'cause
I
he's
can
still-
use a reaction to attack him.
Okay, I'm attacking.
Do I still get the damage?
He attacks first.
Yeah.
Does he?
So
Yes.
I'll roll that one, and then
Okay.
you're taking 9 more damage. And then your attack, and then his second attack.
The bear's near death.
Only one of these strikes hits.
Okay. He's down.
I'll take fuck.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's
I rolled max damage on both of my next hits.
it's 13 damage, so.
So I'm gonna. You guys are non-lethal. So good for you. You didn't kill them. They are still like awake. They're just done.
Should I, like.
We're done with combat. Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
okay.
Throw him back in the fucking guard box.
Y'all suck.
You attacked us.
What does that make you? Yeah?
I'm not talking to a jag.
You just did.
Then talk to a Choclatin.
Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nothing. We are. Listen. Look. Listen.
You are going outside of your jurisdiction and attacking people. You are in drunken states while on the job.
Look. There's been a lot of new guards joining the force these past couple days,
Is that an excuse?
and
So it
there's
gives you an
been-
excuse to be pathetic.
It gives you your mom.
Charlie's gonna pop out a bear for
How about those of us who don't have one?
No shit. You don't have one. You don't fucking deserve one.
I'm just gonna kick him in the jaw.
Ah, fuck! Ow! You're a son of a bitch. Oh, God Almighty.
I'm like, I'm done.
If your mom didn't teach you any better than that, then you're a son of a bitch.
Oh my God! Would you act now? Shut the fuck up.
How about you shut the fuck up? Clearly you
You're
need
the one
to.
crumpled on the floor.
Gladly.
With your jaw in pieces.
And he's gonna like.
I didn't kick it hard enough to break it.
He's
Wow,
gonna stumble to
I'm
his
pissed.
feet and be like, "Come on, boys!" and start like swaddling back to fucking the guard post. The other two don't get up.
I'm just gonna like shove him kind of hard towards the post.
He, and he opens the door and slams it behind.
So, are the other two unconscious?
The other two are just kind of staring up at this guy.
Igneas, do you mind being the bigger person and drag them to the gate?
I'm
Feel
very
free to
big,
be as-
but I do mind doing that.
Feel free to be as ungentle as you would like.
I don't think they deserve it.
Well, they're kind of in our way. It's not that they deserve to
We
be
can walk
somewhere.
around them.
Igneas, I need you to understand that being mean back to them is not going to make it any better.
They did this to themselves.
I understand, and they are in the wrong, but that doesn't mean you need to stoop down to their level.
I'm not stooping
Being
down
nice
to
to them
anyone.
won't change anything either, Trolli.
I understand.
They did this to themselves. They should face the consequences.
But don't be the person they're accusing you of being. They're gonna say that you're dumb and evil and all those nasty things.
And they'll still keep saying it even if I do move them. Maybe you can move them.
And if you continue to be mean, you're just proving them right.
Anyone else is allowed to be mean to somebody when they're mean to them first.
It's a little different here.
How is it different?
In retrospect, just because you can be mean to somebody when they're mean to you doesn't mean you should be mean to them.
They're not going to learn either way. They're going to be the same.
Eventually, they might learn. And if they never learn, then that's on them.
The bomb implanted in their chest goes off.
I like that there's a bomb every episode.
Yeah.
One of these days it's gonna be a real bomb.
Yeah, one of these days I'm going to plan around it. Wherever you guys are in the session when it goes off, there's a bomb. The heat. Igneas is a walking nuke. Whatever fucking colony you're in at 10 o'clock, they're wiped off the map.
Here's the thing. Mechanically, my carrying strength isn't that much more than either of yours. So keeping in mind that
Better than mine!
in mechanics, I can't carry these guys that much better
You
than
have double the arms I do.
I have a -1 to strength. You are much
I just
better.
want to point out that the logistics off paper are this giant rock monster is looking at a broken old man and a teenage girl and being like, why don't you do the heavy lifting, bitch?
Well, because I don't want to carry them. They're being assholes.
Milky Way, you do it. Kidding.
You know what I'll do? I'll put them like kind of in a pile in a corner.
That's all I'm at. You don't even have to put them inside the gate.
I'm not carrying them up any stairs. I'm not putting them in a bed.
Just put them near it.
I never asked you to put them in a bed. I asked you to put them in the guard box. The floor would have been fine.
I asked you to put them next to the gate on the ground.
Yeah, no, I'm just putting
That's
them in like
fine,
a
too.
corner.
You don't even have to do it gently. You can throw them if you like.
So,
I'm straight up just like the way that I throw quiet out of the room, but if I was really mean about it.
so as you have, how are you carrying them?
Like one hand each on their midsections, which
Okay.
I know physically is bad for them.
The one,
And then just
fucking
kind of like
hurts.
tossing them into a heap.
the one that you were fighting. Hey, what was your name? What was your name?
What?
I know you have one
Since when's it matter to you?
right now.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Why is that?
I want to know the name of the guy who beat me.
Did you think I had a name before I beat you? Did you even think I had a name before I beat you?
I've never met a Jag before.
And you still behave the way that you did.
I can only go off what my daddy told me.
You can be better than that.
That's maybe. I'd love to know your name.
Igneas, if you must know.
The other one that was fighting Kit is like, that's a stupid name. But the one that was talking to you is like, Igneas.
And what is your name? I'm looking at the one that called it stupid.
Sheen.
I really want it to be like, Sheen! Like as he like throws
And as you're glaring at Sheen, the other one kind of like lazily like taps
Yeah.
the side of your face. Igneas.
I rest my case, Sheen. What do you want?
Someday, might not be tomorrow, might not be the day after that, might not be the day after that, might not even be the day after
Yeah,
that.
someday. What is it?
I'm gonna beat you next time, Igneas. You're pretty good out there.
I'm not coming back here.
Oh, alright. Well,
You can come find me if you want. You'll probably be dead by then.
maybe. And as you get a little ways away from the party so they can't hear them. The other Sheen,
Yeah.
as this other one is like not being nice to you, but is kind of like, oh, okay. Almost like how Kit was with Bohemian, where like, well, now that you've kicked my ass.
Oh, well, now that I know that you're competent and clearly not like what I heard about.
Right. He just doesn't know how to properly say that because he's drunk.
Right.
The other one is like, fucking, okay. You and your familiar looking friend are fucking annoying.
Which one?
Fuck
Kid?
you.
Sawed you then. Just keep walking.
And then you can put them down wherever you'd like. And then
I'm
come back.
literally just tossing them into a heap.
Okay.
Do you know that time when I was like a little bit too out of it and threw quiet against the wall almost?
Yeah.
Doing kind of that.
Okay. Man, my hiccups are really helping me get in character.
I'm sorry.
I didn't realize you were doing those accidentally.
They started as roleplay.
And then, you know what? Hiccups are psychological. That makes perfect sense. You tricked yourself into thinking you have the hiccups.
I'm just such a good actor.
And now because you've tricked yourself, you do have them.
So, you put them down, you go back to the party.
You can't see it on my face, obviously, because I can't change my face. But at least the way my stance is, like, I look a little bit less friendly than normal. I'm a little bit more hunched over and, like, yeah.
How long does Speak with Animals last?
An hour.
This hasn't been an hour.
Really?
No, it was just a quick, like, scuffle in the middle of the path.
I thought maybe there was, like, traveling time in between.
No, because, like, you get, like...
We got here talking.
You guys were sitting here talking, and that's when they were like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, okay, then.
Milky Way is just kind of like, Igneas,
What?
that was very admirable of you. I would not have done that.
You
I would have killed them. Good night, Iggy.
It doesn't show on the camera, and Iggy can't physically do it, but I made such a face there.
Just like, whoa!
I went on like
Milky Way!
a face journey.
Sounds like Milky Way needs to be milked again.
I get cross when I'm not milked regularly.
I'll just kind of be like, sleep well.
I would not let some drunk town guard disrespect my youngin' that way.
Well, they didn't successfully disrespect me, considering I just tossed them into a heap.
They touched my youngin' and they hurt you. That is disrespect enough.
Barely.
That is disrespect enough, Igneas.
I've been
Look at my youngin', and she like goes to Trolli.
Who is like almost died.
I've
you all
been
right,
more
Charlie?
disrespected
I'll
by
be
a paper
fine.
cut before.
Do you need a
I'm
potion?
fine.
We're about to sleep. I'll be fine.
Fair enough. Good night, Igneas.
They like literally didn't harm me very much at all. I've had paper cuts that are probably worse.
That is probably the angriest you've seen Kit in a while. If at all.
That's definitely the angriest you've seen Igneas.
Oh yeah.
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 Well, I mean, in technicality, he rages consistently.
Well, yeah,
but
that's true.
Yeah, but that's like when it's a little bit of a.
that's
they're
like
gonna
battle
kill
rage
us.
rather than like quiet seething.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's more of a carnal.
Trolli wants to go up to Igneas and just. Are you okay? Are you gonna be okay?
I'm fine.
Would you care
Because you
for?
got your hand in the thing of potato sticks.
Sorry.
It was just funny imagery, like imagining Igneas like, scuffling through the cart for food. Igneas, are you gonna be okay? I'm fine. I have my comfort food.
I just want to make sure that you're okay. Do you want a hug or anything?
I'm okay.
You have to believe me when I say that people like that can change. I mean, like, she looks around for Kit and realizes we're probably not around us. Kind of hushed tone, like, Kit's certainly gotten a lot closer to you the more he got to know you. And he was just like them when we first met.
That's true, but Kit's a bit of a special case.
Well, I mean, you don't know who's a special case until you treat
I
them.
sort of
Kid is
do.
the funniest jokes I've ever heard.
No,
You don't really know who's going to be nice back to you
like,
until
as
you're
if
nice to
Igneas was
them.
saying that.
It's a bit of a special case, the way that Kit's been. There aren't that many of us that just come into groups like this and spend this much time with you people. It doesn't work that way.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
well-
people!
Yeah, it's like, oh, you people!
Well, maybe. All they need is one small influence from a passerby to help change some rumors and ideas that get put into their heads.
I don't think they would have listened to me if I just told them.
Well, what's the harm in trying? Worst case scenario, you're right.
I just look more stupid.
Well, I mean, I look stupid a lot. I
You
don't let that
don't.
affect me.
You don't. You've never looked stupid to me.
Well, I appreciate that, but I
I'm
guarantee
stupid
you I
alone
have
as
been
kids,
stupid
like,
plenty of
women are,
times.
like-
But you just work past it. And if they're gonna judge you, they're gonna judge you. And you can't let how they feel affect how you feel.
I'll kind of like just. I'm not being harsh about it, but I am gonna like arm you aside and then like kind of go and walk off on my own a bit.
She's gonna let
I'm
you.
not pushing you to where you're gonna fall down or anything.
No, I know. You probably put a hand there and she like backs up instinctively.
Yeah, a little bit.
So you go on a walk?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get to that in a minute then. Do you two do anything?
Is Igneas okay?
I think he just needs some time to himself. Maybe you can talk to him. You know, you hated him in the beginning of all this. You might not be fond of him, but you certainly don't hate him. You don't call him those nasty things.
He's one of the few people in this world that I trust now.
So maybe he'll listen to you more than he listens to me.
I doubt it.
I don't know why I have to keep saying this, but you might as well try.
I suppose.
You know, the Gumshins always say, you can't succeed if you don't try.
Well, that's all I've done my entire life is
I
try.
always say the weirdest thing you can do is not try. And I hate it for you to make it weird. Just say it.
So anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. If y'all do talk, I hope it goes well.
Here's hoping.
And then I'm gonna crawl in the cart and go to bed.
Do you go after Igneas?
I will let him walk for now, and when he comes back, I'll talk to him. For now, I'm just gonna kind of like fiddle with this like needle thing and like see if I can figure out what it does.
Igneas,
Mm-hmm.
as you're walking along, you get a little bit further from the cart, and as you get a little bit further, your mother fades in. She doesn't really have a name, and she's just kind of walking beside you.
On which side, so that I know which side to like physically look at.
She is on your left side.
On my left. To your left. Okay.
On your left.
Yeah, she just jogs past you. On your left.
I'll kind of like, while I'm walking along, like glance at her and, hey,
Hey.
why are you here?
You seemed upset.
Yeah?
I know you seemed a little upset with me last time we spoke, but you seemed a lot more upset today, so thought I'd check in, see how you're doing.
I wasn't upset with you so much as I was upset about the way things are. It's not entirely your fault.
Right.
This time it's really not you at all. It's more what just happened.
Roll me a perception check.
It's a 3 on the dice.
That is a 3 on the dice. I think that's it's a 4.
Okay. So you keep walking, you're still getting a little bit further from the cart. She's still keeping good pace with you. She literally can't not keep pace with you. She's like, no, I know it's not fair, you know? But your friend, Trolli, had a point. Like, people can learn and change. That one guy seemed to respect you at least a little bit more.
I guess.
I mean, do you not want them to change?
I do. It's just difficult to have faith, I guess.
Why is it difficult to have faith?
Most of what I have known and what I've accepted as truth, I've just known it. I haven't really needed to have faith in it. It just happens.
Well, Igneas, all the people around you that have faith in Act Now have quite a bit of faith.
But Act Now is not real.
You and I both know Act Now is not real, but that doesn't stop them from having faith.
But they're wrong.
And yet they have faith anyway.
What
So
if
why are you scared to have faith just because you might be wrong?
Because I might be wrong. What if I'm wrong?
And it's okay to be wrong sometimes. Roll me another perception.
16.
As you are walking along, at this point, like, if you shouted, because you're having this talk, you're frustrated, you're getting a little far away.
Like,
so if you shouted, the cart would not hear you. However, you can hear what sounds to be a storm rolling in.
a storm. From ahead?
Just, you can't really, maybe from ahead, it's loud. It's like when you hear thunder, you can't really tell what direction it's coming.
I can tell usually what...
Well, then it's roughly ahead.
Okay. I'll keep going, but I'm keeping an eye on the skies, like in every direction.
Mm-hmm.
Around and behind and everything.
It's about as cloudy as the past few nights have been.
So it doesn't look like there should be a thunderstorm?
It looks like there could be.
Did it sound close or distant, the strike? What does that mean?
Not super close, but not very far away.
Oh god, okay. Just kind of keep going then. But they're factually wrong. Isn't that a bit of a waste?
Makes them happy.
Does it?
People who need... Act Now is real for the people that need it.
But it's not real.
But it keeps them honest. It keeps them driven. Keeps the people around them honest and driven. My point here is, just because you don't think that there's much hope in you changing people doesn't mean you should not try. Because you've changed your friend Kit, at least somewhat for the better.
I sort of thought that was a special case.
What makes you think he was a special case? I mean, he is a special case, but, you know, what makes you think he's a
You just admitted it, though.
Well, he's special in the way you're special. You're the only Igneas, and he's the only Cliff Barbarian.
He's... Hold on, what?
Well, his full name is Cliff Barbarian.
I told you guys that last session.
Did you?
Yeah, you would know that.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. We both
Y'all
know
asked
that.
me what my last name was, and I said Barton. And
Do
you
I-
found out that my first name was Cliff from when we first met the Queen.
Yep.
You're right. Okay, I didn't remember. That was the part that I didn't remember. I thought it was the first name that I didn't.
He's special in the name, in the way that you're special. But at the end of the day, he's not a special case in that he was changed in any way others can't be.
Maybe you have a point. It just feels a little hopeless, or at least a little out of left field, that I might be able to make that much of a change when, even however long ago, 500 years was it, that there was a whole war over this.
Well, I mean, the war wasn't about you.
Not about me personally, but my people were a very big part of it, from what I've come to understand.
I mean, they fought in it.
They were formed from it. They exist because it happened.
In a sense,
And
yes.
do these people know that? Do they know?
No. They just think you showed up one day. Well, I mean, your friends know it. They read that book and...
But this country,
No.
this kingdom,
They don't. Most people
this is
don't.
an empire.
Most people don't know it.
They should know.
Maybe you should be the one to tell them.
Would they believe me?
Roll me another perception check.
9.
So you're kind of getting into this discussion. And you're kind of getting a little emotionally worked up, which is a little weird for you. And because not only are you getting emotionally worked up, but it's very out of place for you to do so.
Yeah.
So much so that you, not until the last second, this thunder is now just booming on you. And you can roll for initiative as out of the trees, this giant monster shows up.
Oh no. Oh.
Right next to you.
Oh, like right here next to him?
No, like right there.
Oh,
ish.
Jesus.
$19.
Okay. Okay, so you go first.
I feel like Green Mima—it's just like, oh shit!
The second, like usual, the second you look away from her to look at the monster,
It's just there.
it just bursts out of the fucking tree line. The second you look away from Green Ma, is what we'll call her, she's gone when you look back.
Right. I figured that.
She's fucking Batman.
So here's what I'm gonna do. Immediately, I'm alone. I don't feel like fighting this thing by myself. I have enough distance to try and run from it. So
Yeah.
because I have 40 feet of movement and I can dash, I move 80 feet in that direction.
Back
just
to the cart.
straight.
Okay, and you're just gonna keep doing that till you get to the cart?
Or, I mean, this thing has a turn after I do, depending
So
on
here's,
what it does.
I guess, slight spoiler, if you start dashing towards the cart, it's going to dash after you. You have 40 feet, or 80 feet max if you dash. This thing has 60 feet max if it dashes.
So I can outrun it.
So you can outrun it. It will, continue to follow you. It will
Yeah.
eventually make it to the cart.
But I would rather fight it with my friends, who I can yell to first,
Okay.
than fight it myself.
So, we're just gonna, because I'm not gonna make you go each round, and then dash, and then dash, and then dash.
Yeah.
You make it back.
I would probably end up maybe 40 or 60 feet ahead of it,
So,
depending on how many turns.
I think you're 20 feet ahead of it.
we're just gonna say 20 feet.
Okay.
Or 40. I'll do 40 feet. I'm gonna go ahead and say, Charlie, where are you?
I would be inside the cart.
Okay.
And there's Milky Way.
That way. Milky Way's right there. Kit is outside it. Yeah. So we're looking at this.
So I'm yelling the whole time and waving.
Right. By the time you get, because Charlie's already asleep, I don't know what you're doing. By the time you guys get here, we're just gonna say this is when
They wake up and
they notice.
Love it.
You guys roll for
Makes,
initiative. I'm gonna go grab
makes
my
sense.
laser
I just
pointer.
woke up.
I need to use the restroom.
I've already used all my resources.
I was scared.
You guys thought that was it, just those 3 guards.
Well, I still have a wild shape.
Good for you.
Kid's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Because I didn't. Part of me was like, I can't use my wild shape since this person. But then he started fucking murdering me. I was like, okay, no, hang on. I can use one.
The kid was pissed, so he used all of his stuff. Especially when he saw you fucking stabbing the shit out of you.
I don't even get my fucking health back. Okay. What hits the hardest? There's that multi attack.
We did set this up in a very specific way, though.
Yeah?
Is this the same monster? Is this my best friend?
You can roll perception and see once the battle's going. Anyway, On the one hand, I don't want to just give you guys, like, here's a really good idea you should do. But I acknowledge you're not looking great. So I will say this. You have 2 guards that you know had at minimum 1 potion on each. Perhaps they have more.
We do also have our own potions.
No, I know, but if you need more manpower.
Yeah, we could give them their own potions, wake them up, and go, hey.
Yeah. If you so chose.
I'm gonna make that decision. Okay.
I almost stepped on your tail, Dopey.
Wow.
Does making a perception check in combat count as your action? Okay. And that's it.
Not unless you're an asshole DM.
No.
I would count that as like your free action if it
I'll
were
count. Yeah. So everybody roll initiative,
I did.
including you, Raven. What'd you roll?
10.
8.
19.
Okay, so Igneas definitely goes first.
I just woke up.
You said how much?
8.
10. Oh.
Okay. So this thing, Igneas, you are just catching up to the cart, but you can this thing but it's it's not on all fours, but to accurately describe it, it's almost like a really big gorilla, where it's not like running like a fucking tiger, but it's definitely
It's not like its knuckles involved.
yeah, it's not running like a human being.
Yeah. Okay, so a question, because this might affect just the fact that I've thought of this.
Okay.
In the future, will I be able to tell the difference between this thing's footsteps and thunder?
Probably not.
No?
It just sounds like deafening booms. So if it's in the distance, it just sounds like there's thunder.
But can I tell the difference between if it's this thunder or if there's lightning nearby? Because that does change the sound.
If there's like lightning nearby, once this thing is like right fucking next to you, yeah, you can tell that it's what it is.
Okay.
But when it's in the distance, it just might sound like a storm rolling in.
Okay.
Yeah, well, now we're gonna be terrified of storms.
Now
We're
you're
gonna
gonna
make
be terrified of
perception
storms.
checks on storms.
Okay, well, anyway.
I was wondering when you said the storm started rolling in, I was like, fucker.
So I'm
Yeah,
like
I was-
shouting towards the
Yeah.
the cart or whatever.
As everybody's like,
Oh, so I'm gonna go ahead and quickly say, just in case, your friends are over here. Your friends specifically.
Okay. Let me
Also, to put them in perspective, just kind of imagine like Goliath in terms of what they were wearing. Like you can't really make out their features, just kind of fully covered.
I'll kind of stand and like make my stand right here, you know, where like, they're like a little bit away from the cart still, and try and stop them.
You're gonna do like the fucking like.
I mean, if
the
I can.
Hancock train stop.
No,
like,
I was gonna be like fucking, not exactly the same, but like Avengers 1, I'm always angry, stop the giant thing.
I was gonna see if I could like.
Because if that's what you're doing, it's sick, and I'll allow it.
Yeah, pretty much that.
All right.
What I was gonna say is, mechanics-wise, try to do a reaction attack when they come to range. But the way that you just fucking said it is way cooler,
All right.
so yes, that's what I was picturing.
Okay. So, do you want to do an attack, or do you want to try to stop them?
Prioritize stopping them before doing damage.
Okay. Okay, so that's what you'll be braced to do on your turn. Kit.
in the time that I was not
So I found my laser pointer.
yeah, in the time that that I was over here dicking around, did I figure anything out about this needle?
Nope.
Cool. Kid's just, oh shit! Okay, pulls his sword, puts it in the little ring thingy, and just stands up and gets right behind Igneas and kind of like puts the shield up like next to him,
Like that?
like up to his side. Because I can see he's like bracing to like stop this thing, so I'm basically just like shielding up right next to him,
Right.
like ready to strike.
Really?
My perception, to see if this is the same monster, is a 25.
It is the monster.
Okay. I just out of the bed and I poke my head. I'm like, oh fuck.
Milky was just no.
Do I want to wake up our friends?
It's up to you.
That is up to you.
They'll probably die if you do.
Charlie is going to get out of the cart. 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I bonus action Dire Wolf and then hold my action to attack?
Yes.
Okay.
For if they come within range.
Yes.
Holding your action does not allow you to use your multi-attack.
I don't get multi-attack as a wolf.
Oh, okay.
So, on this thing's turn.
No, I'm a bear, but here.
Are you supposed to be 2x2?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Yes. Pretty much everything you
I'll
turn
just put
into
you in
is-
like the intersection of.
Yeah. I'm still technically next to you,
all of your combat shapes are all two.
besides my cat.
Yeah. But a cat's not combat shape.
So it pretty much it's still full on dashing. This thing can't stop super well. It barrels into the three of you, assuming you are all bracing to stop it. All of you roll me a strength check.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and rage for that as well.
I'm assuming athletics.
Whatever. Sure.
Okay. I'd like to acrobatics him to stop.
Oh, I know. I should have woken them up to go get help.
You're fucking shitting me. I rolled both 3s.
Aw.
Because I can't stop thinking about Igneas doing the fucking Hulk thing. I'll let you roll with advantage. Because that's just
This
really...
was with advantage.
Roll again with advantage.
Roll one more dice.
I have proficiency in
Just
athletics.
'cause
It
it's
makes
fucking
a little bit sense.
Just because it's fucking sick to imagine Igneas doing the fucking Hulk punch.
Okay, so that's a 15.
You rolled a 15 plus
Oh, a 15.
30 plus.
24.
You guys are at 54. Let's see what he rolled.
Roll a 17 plus 7.
So you guys rolled a 54? Okay. So this thing barrels into you. It fucking, like, pretty much your hands, your shield, and your wolf shoulder,
Yeah.
like, press into its chest. And it fucking, like, on the ground, like, tries to push you over. And then, like, you hear its, like, back legs, like, slip out from under it, and it stumbles in front of you because you guys successfully managed to...
Nice.
So it's prone now?
For this next turn, it will be prone. It can't do anything because it's dashed. Pretty fucking sick. Fucking team combo.
Literally
thing.
have
I
to
feel
knock
like
people over.
thematically, I feel like thematically it was the, like, you know, Igneas doing the, like down into it, and, like, as its, like, head, like, comes down, me and Trolli just, like, sweep its legs out from under it, like, with
I
our
like
shield
that.
and our wolf, like,
You
fucking
guys pretty
armor.
much just got like a Marvel vs. Capcom combo.
Fucking nice.
Because that's fun. Oh yeah, you're gonna add up your strength checks. So it's gonna add up its strength checks. We're gonna go from there.
That's pretty fucking sick.
So
Igneas.
I'm raging now because I don't really mind that much if we kill this thing. It gives me advantage on attack.
I mean, we know that there used to be people, but they're not people anymore.
I mean, to be clear, I'm not like grappling it.
No, I figured once
I am just kind of
once
like
it stumbled to the ground, you guys like
And tell them to
back
Yeah.
off for a sec.
Another one.
So does a 16 hit?
Tron will
A
be
16 does not hit.
Okay, so then I don't actually hit it. I can't really do a whole lot else.
Kid, did you roll your damage?
Yes.
What did you roll?
Oh, well, the first one was a 20, soft 20 to hit. The second one was a nat 20.
Okay. So on your first...
Actually, no, I'm sorry, because I did the wrong dice. It is a 23.
Okay. But one of them was a crit.
Yes.
The second one.
Yeah.
Fuck fuck yeah. Okay, so something's happening. So,
Cool.
how much are you doing on your first attack?
The first one, I rolled minimum, so 7.
Okay.
And that was with a reroll.
Damn.
So you do 7 damage. Keep track of that. Okay. On your second attack, so I'm gonna go ahead and narrate that with your sword. You do 1, and as you go to back for the other, you feel this sharp fucking pain in your neck, right where the fucking needle is.
Ooh.
And you hear a loud and you see a fucking bolt go up through the thing. Go ahead and add a divine strike to your damage. At first level, so that's 2d8.
Oh.
Fucking
D8s? Sorry,
nice.
I need more D8s. Hang on.
I gotcha.
No, I got it right here. Plus my slasher, that's 3 extra D8s of damage.
You're not going to get to do this super often, but you don't max those out for the crit, though. You just add those on. You're not maxing 2d8 and then rolling 2d8. You just add those on.
That was going to be disgusting. Okay, so...
If you need a calculator, I can give you a calculator.
20, 28, 34... 40 damage.
Okay.
$40 damage with a long sword is disgusting.
That's
So,
ridiculous.
40 damage with a one-handed long sword.
Fuck.
So, now that you have realized what your sword can do,
I wonder what this does. Oh.
the way it's going to work on paper, for now, because as you get better with it, it's going to get... Because I had it stacked on, depending on how early... I had a narrative point where, if he hasn't done it by now, it's going to happen. But if he gets it before then, here's how it's going to work. For the time being, once a day, you can do a first-level Divine Strike if you sacrifice 10 HP.
Ooh.
You don't sacrifice 10 HP this time, because
okay.
this was your first time getting it, but it fucking hurts to do.
Right.
But since you now have this literal energy source inside you killing you, sure does slow it down when you and let it out of you.
Oh, fucking nice. You should just do that, all the fucking time.
God.
But once a day.
Well,
Yeah,
once
I'll
a
do
day.
it once a day.
But do it every time you have
know what,
one.
that
Don't
essentially-
end a session without doing it.
That essentially just means that my second wind is now just a smite instead.
It's both.
Which, speaking of, he's second wind now.
Yeah.
Shit. That's fucking cool.
Right? Because it's the heat is a literal...
It makes perfect fucking sense.
Literal energy... A, it's a literal energy source living inside you. B, if the context hasn't been made clear, the golems know that Aknau isn't real. So all of this divine energy is life energy from the planet, which is now bubbling inside you. Ooh. So you get to smite like a paladin now.
So it's not from Aknau.
Aknau is not real. Or the closest thing to
Aknau
Aknau is
ugh.
Igneas' mom.
Or
Right.
rather, you know that out of character now. You don't really know it in character, but...
In character, it's up to you if you believed, I guess.
Yeah, true.
You could
You
be
can
an
He
just
probably
not.
believed, he just didn't really care.
But it's kind of that thing of you can be an atheist, but also paladins clearly do shit.
Yeah.
But you're not a paladin, but you can fucking smite like one now and then.
It gets
Yeah.
Like you say, oh my god sometimes, but that doesn't necessarily mean you.
Right.
But yeah, you don't get the full benefits of smiting whenever you want. There are drawbacks for now, but as Kit learns to use this new ability more and more and more, eventually you can just smite.
Fuck. I like that.
Assuming you get to live.
That's fucking sick.
You are still on time limit.
Yeah.
Making a note
Does
for
this
Pumpkin
actually-
when they reach this. I want to talk to you about this, Pumpkin, because this is cool.
Does this actually, increase the timer?
It gives you a little bit of a buff to your timer because you are literally hey, this energy that's killing you, you're just fucking ripping it
Right.
out.
I'm assuming it technically costs 20 HP to use, but 10 of that HP is the fucking heat. That's
Pretty
fucking
insane.
sick.
This is the thing they told Holly. We'll stop the other day.
That's fucking cool.
Have you told Rishi this?
No. Only Holly knew about smites, and she didn't know when they were coming.
Rishi will like it.
I'm assuming it was just the next time I crit.
the next time you crit, or until we got to a certain narrative point where I was like, I'm going to give it to him now.
This is my second crit of the night, by the way. I think you just missed the
I'm
first one.
sorry, I did, but I would rather be here.
Yeah, it would have killed
This
that guy.
makes more sense.
Oh yeah, if I had realized you crit on that guy, he probably would have just died. So.
But that one didn't count because I was just hitting him at the back of my sword.
Exactly. It was a non-lethal crit, so I
Right,
ignored it. That's
right,
what
right,
it was.
right.
I'm a competent DM. Anyway, Trolli, it is your turn.
I'm attacking my best friend with a 24 to hit.
Okay.
At a total of 13 damage.
Okay.
Your best friend, huh?
Yeah, that's what Raven calls it.
I call it Trolli's best friend because Trolli.
I know, but
Chonko.
Yeah, I'm still leaving it up to you if you want to name it, because it needs a name at some point.
Chonko.
All right, Chonko. You guys are hitting Chonko. Speaking
Fine,
of Chonko.
fucking Chonko.
Speaking of Chonko. Chonko gets back up. And it is going to...
Well, that life energy tasted pretty good, huh, bud?
Sure did.
Okay. So its big giant arm is going to come down. And it's going to hit Trolli
Okay.
for 8 damage.
Okay.
And then its other arm is going to come down. Do you have your shield up? And attempt to hit Kit, but you're going to bat it away.
This shield is fucking nice.
Tink.
Igneas. It's your turn.
I'm raging because I don't need to non-lethal this thing. A 17 and an 18 plus stuff.
I only hit that crit because he proned, by the way.
Does a 17 hit?
No.
No. Okay, but a 25, I'm
This
assuming.
25 does hit.
Yeah.
Let me just put that away then.
Fucking 7 plus 6, 13 on
Okay.
the hit that hits. And that's just the first one.
You should use different dice.
Yeah, I'm assuming a 16 doesn't quite hit. No, yeah.
Jesus.
Cool. Okay, Kit.
I know my second attack misses because it's a 6 plus 7. My first attack is a 19.
Okay.
That is
No, this thing has an AC of 21. I'm kidding.
14 damage. I
Okay.
rolled max.
Okay. Well, Trolli, what do you want to do?
My max used to be 18.
Well, both my attacks miss. Not both my attack misses. I just have advantage on it.
Okay.
Have advantage on it?
Yeah, pack tactics.
Oh.
So I
If you
can't.
if you wanted to,
I guess I have plenty of movement. So
we'll get an attack of opportunity. But
I mean, whatever. What is it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That's next to them, right?
yeah.
Kind of bat at them with my big paws.
I guess they like see what's going on.
Wake up!
Okay.
I need you all to go and get some help or something.
Okay.
I know it's weird talking to a wolf.
Yeah. They'll both stumble to their feet.
I need y'all to pay attention. Go. Do you see that monster over there? That thing will eat you if you don't get help.
Okay.
Go get help right now.
Right.
If I can get to the other guards and our wolf told us to come get you. What the fuck?
Yikers. Okay. So it is once again the enemy's turn.
Never mind.
No. What?
I'm gonna be a good student. It was supposed to get an attack of opportunity on me.
Right. Good job, Holly-kun.
Do I get a luck point for reminding the DM?
How many do you have?
I don't think I have any.
3, I think.
No.
I don't think you've used any.
I have 2.
Then no. If you had 0, I'd be like,
But
no, you didn't remind me. You get -1.
I did a cool smile.
That's enough!
The DM gave you.
But what is the enemies doing?
Is the enemy gonna kill the
Bless you.
Sorry. You take 9 damage.
Okay.
For my
It's
sneeze?
attacking Trolli.
That was the attack of opportunity. As Trolli left.
Yeah.
I get to attack with a reaction to an adjacent creature that attacks someone else.
Do you have
Okay.
Sentinel?
Right.
Oh.
Attack Chonko.
That means if you had attacked it whenever it came up to you. Well, no, that wouldn't have been an opportunity
No.
attack. Never mind.
Yeah, no. Okay, so one of these hits because it's a 16 plus 7.
Okay.
So like 21.
Yep. F.
Wow. That's
Every
the third
fucking-
time.
I'm not gonna reroll.
So it's
twos
gonna be enough
anymore.
from me, Chief.
Okay.
It's okay.
So,
I've consistently been re-rolling my 3s into 1s.
13
Okay.
damage on my hit
Okay.
as a reaction because it started to attack somebody else. And I was like, "Ugh."
Just heard like a as it got hit.
So on its turn, Igneas, make me an opposed strength check.
An opposed strength check.
Can I help?
No.
I'm still raging.
I'm at advantage then.
Yeah.
Do you want some different dice since yours have been shitting on your brains?
You know the trolley dice?
Maybe.
Take the trolley dice.
I'll take this one.
The
Sorry.
trolley has betrayed you.
Oh no.
Take your pick.
Oh wait, I see. Okay. Sorry. Thank you. And which other one did you?
There's this one and there's your whole bag.
Okay, let me just
Roll the entire bag.
If there's a single nat 1 in there, you lose.
So a 4 and a 19. And it's a strength check. Which
Athletics.
if it's a check, I have a +4.
So 19 plus 4.
Is your athletics more than that?
My athletics is a +7.
Most strength checks are as athletic.
Because it's an athletics.
26.
It tries to grab you, and it does for a second, but you're fucking like strong man, like not and you push it off of you.
Yeah.
You're the hero, like keeping the dragon's jaws pried open.
Yes.
However,
Yeah.
still gonna get 1 swing.
Okay. I'll take it. I mean, I am raging as well, so.
Like specific mechanics or how this thing works. That's gonna be 12 damage.
What type?
Bludgeoning. Smashy.
Is it psychic type? No. Alright,
6
cool.
damage.
It's not psychic type, but because of crit, you're also getting flung back into the cart.
I'm still not even bloodied.
That's fine. But you,
The wolf is bloody.
Kid's like, hey. Can I
I'm
can
just
I do one of those,
so as you, if this wasn't Manny's like rich person cart, it
Yeah.
would be toppling, but it just kind of.
No, I probably would have like broken it in half
Yeah,
if it wasn't.
this thing is pretty. You dented it a little bit, but this thing's pretty sturdy.
You're
so.
right.
Manny's gonna be like, my cart!
My cart! My cabbages!
You know how expensive this thing is to fix?
So the gate is still kind of over this way. So these two guys. So he makes it just fine. This one actually like gets past you a little bit and like scoots a little bit, and it was one that was nice to you.
So, I stop creatures hit with opportunity attacks.
Okay. Neither one of them was taking an opportunity attack
How are they not?
They're nowhere near
because
the
they're
monster.
not going anywhere near it. They're on your side here.
Oh, they're not.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, Trolli said, hey, go get... They're not targeting you in any way.
Okay, I thought they were targeting us still.
Well,
and I was like,
he left. He stops and turns to you, and this is the one that was nice to you. And as you're, like, kind of crumpled on the ground for a second, he goes, like, Igneas, get the fuck up, and, like, offers you a hand.
I'll kind of like take the hand.
He'll use both and help you pull up, so you don't have to get up on your turn.
Yeah, I'll like up onto my feet
And you'll
without
kinda-
it taking my half movement.
And as he's helped, because you're fucking heavy, and he's like a little more sober after everything that fucking happened.
Run.
But he'll give you like a quick like knock on your rock shoulder. Don't you go dying on me. I want that rematch. And then he leaves.
Aw.
And
You
now it's your
couldn't
turn.
see my face because this is on recording, but that was a good-natured, like a half a grin.
And it's your turn.
It is, isn't it?
How did you make that noise with no lips?
That's a good question. Come up right here.
Oh, thank God he's back.
Yeah, that's still raging and attacking because it hasn't been long enough.
It's
to
like, I can do this all night.
cancel
Probably
that.
not, but I'm gonna say I can.
So a 13. I don't think that hits, but does a soft 20 hit? Okay.
Go ahead and roll it again.
Come on.
You literally can only get one worse.
Yeah.
You may as well re-roll the 1.
See?
Oh.
Okay. So a 15 damage with that hit.
You're pumped full of energy after that nice man
And
gave you
that's
hope.
only one hit.
And then that's the only hit you're getting.
What is that?
And that one.
So not one.
You can do it.
12 plus 6. So at least a 16 plus a
12 plus 6 is 18.
12 plus 18.
So now it's 23.
23.
Try that again. 29.
29.
Shot myself in the foot there, but making fun of you for the one.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if the dice have a story, they
Yeah, that's the only hit you get. Correct, because the second one's a crit.
Anyway.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Then both
Its
of my
AC
attacks.
is 18.
Okay. Then both of my attacks hit. So the first one is 14 damage. The second one is 9 damage. So 23 in total.
Okay. Trolli.
I'm gonna turn my wolfy body around, and I know I can make it, but I'm gonna run back up.
You get your
to-
pounce ability. Wait, no, I think that's the big cat.
I think that's lion.
No, I don't have
The
any kind of
cougar.
ability that does that.
That's right. No, that's the
Um,
fucking panther.
But it is a 24 to hit with a total of 15 damage.
Are you doing your like knockdown thing? Don't the wolves get the knockdown thing?
It's gigantic. I didn't think I was gonna get that.
No,
I don't think it says a size thing on it. Plus,
I mean,
you're
it-
also a large creature.
I mean, it does. It says if they need to make a strength saving check.
You're the same size as it, so.
Oh, I mean, no, it's rough. Like, this thing is bigger than it is to scale with you
Oh,
guys.
3x3? Is it a huge?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're
Is
just
it-
using a 2x2 because it's easier.
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna be able to do that.
We could use a 3x3 with this still effectively, like if we did.
I guess. Yeah. I'll
I
try
guess
to,
it's up to you then whether or not she can do the knockdown thing.
if you
Because it doesn't have
You
a
have to roll
size
for it.
thing. Yeah.
No, you have to roll for it.
It rolls a strength save.
if it rolls a nat, if it rolls
The
if it rolls a 4 or lower, you do some cool animation.
Okay,
Cool.
okay.
The DC's 13.
Yeah. It's not a high DC. So.
Yeah.
But
So-
she gets it every attack.
Maybe either she can do some cool animation.
If it rolls a
or...
4, I'm just going to say it's bigger than you, and I don't know the official ruling here. If it rolls a 4 or lower, you get to do some cool, like, fucking
Like
wolf
pounce on
link,
it.
It's
like
the
get on
same-
its neck. Like,
It's the same way that Sentinel doesn't technically have a size thing either.
yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah. I'm going to say if it rolls a 4 or lower, you fucking, like, wolf link,
Push it.
jump, get on its arm, jump again, get it by the neck, and pull it to the ground.
Nice.
It did not roll a 4 or lower. But we'll use that for the future because it's fucking cool, and I like cool shit. I like my anime D&D.
What about 5 or lower?
No.
No?
Not yet. Maybe as she higher level.
Okay.
No.
On the enemy's turn, the allies are gone. I can take their car away. It's going to. That's going to hit, and then I'm just going to go ahead and do this. That is also going to hit. With both swings, it goes to the same person, and Trolli takes 20 damage.
Ooh.
I'm now Trolli again.
Ooh.
Did you take enough to put you down?
No, that was my exact health as a wolf.
Okay.
Well, shit, I haven't rested.
Enough to not be
And
adjacent?
now it's Igneas' turn.
Fuck, I guess I do want to be right there. Fuck.
So, an 18 or a 19 on the die for the first attack. I'm assuming I hit.
The AC is 18. You guys have made it far enough that the AC is 18.
A 16 damage for the first hit.
Okay.
The second one, only one of the hits.
Okay.
Um, 14 damage on the second hit.
Liam, can I ask how it's looking? Fine, I assume.
Whatever the giant trash candy monster equivalent of probably bloodied is.
Okay.
Bloodied, then
Yeah.
you can just say.
Like,
Yeah, but
pouring
there's no
garbage out of it.
blood.
How
but,
about
like,
half melted?
He's leaking.
He's having a stroke.
yeah.
Left side is sagging a little.
Kit.
So I'm going to move over to kind of like in between it and Trolli as best I can. And just, Trolli, are you okay? And then swing, miss the first one, hit the second one
I'm fine.
for 11 damage.
That just really knocked the wind out of me.
Okay.
Back up and heal.
Trolli, it's your turn.
Going to use Conjure Animals
Okay.
to summon 2 wolves.
Okay.
Going to use this.
These
as
things
my
are going to
wolf.
work together to fucking wolf link this thing to the ground.
As the wolves show up, Igneas can hear a fit like, "What the fuck? I'm right here. Unleash me."
So their initiative, I guess do they take it together, or they
Yeah.
take it separately?
Yeah, they're on your initiative.
No, this says the summoned creatures. No,
They're on your
okay,
initiative.
fine,
Most DM, because you're supposed to roll for them.
I
it's
can
stupid.
use this if you want, but it
No.
makes my life a lot easier.
Let's just do it on my turn then.
Okay.
Did we agree last time that they attack when they get summoned? This is for the not pink one.
Yeah, no, Coy was just an asshole to the fighter and made them not attack.
So 18 plus 5 is a 23 to hit,
Yep.
which is 10 damage. And then the pink wolf, 17 doesn't hit. Okay, and that's them.
You have luck points.
They don't.
I will allow you to use luck points on your summon damage.
I have a 26 luck number.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save it
Okay.
for when we fight Bohemian.
Don't forget they also have pack tactics.
No, I know. Their pack tactic is an advantage on
okay,
because they're
okay.
next to each other.
I didn't see your roll advantage.
This thing, Kit, make an opposed strength.
Oh, shit. 21?
Nat 20 for me.
Yikes.
So this thing
This feels familiar.
grabs Kit by the fucking side, and I'm gonna homebrew some goofy shit because it's fun. It's going to, with Kit, step forward, which I'm not gonna take up the Kit's here now.
Oh, shit.
Step forward and slam Kit down into you.
You should have healed.
And so, but as he does this, it does let you, like,
Right.
it lets you go after the hit.
So you're just prone.
You both take 8 damage, and
Okay.
you're prone.
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay.
Igneas!
Trolli, I said
You are
heal.
so fucking smart that you didn't move it out of my range. Yeah, I figured.
Although, in the spirit of rewarding honesty, one of your wolves did get an opportunity attack.
Sentinel also lets you attack because it attacked her.
It did. It attacked her, so I can still use a reaction.
Okay.
Which technically still stops it, but it's not like it's gonna move anymore.
It's not going to move anymore, so the stopping part doesn't really.
Okay.
Not 20?
Nice.
So
I wish I
that's
could
a
have those.
12 plus 6.
It's done.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Hey!
My minimum does it!
It fucking... with Kit, but then the reason it lets Kit go is because you, like...
Because I do the same fucking
Yeah.
thing with John!
And so it just kind of, like, as it lets Kit go... and stumbles onto the ground next to a prone Kit.
Hey.
That's
I
too
just
old to be
kind of, after
tossed
that,
around like
sling
that.
it over my back.
We have potions, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not gonna do that because we're about to rest, I assume.
Okay, Trolli.
One more hit and I be seeing light.
The 2 wolves, I don't know if you've seen the TikToks, they're doing, like, the wolf girl TikTok, where they just kind of hop back and forth. Don't worry about it.
I like to think that they come up to me and they're like,
So what now, gang?
Stand up with my bloodied ass. Just
I'd like to inspect this thing.
Okay.
That's the roll 4 days. Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I just like.
I want to see if I can recognize anything about it that might have been, like, this world's equivalent of quote-unquote human. If that makes any sense.
Roll me a perception check.
Because all I really want to do is just kind of like study it.
Kay wants to jab it with his sword.
An 8.
Logically, it used to be some being, because
Right.
you know the track any monsters are.
Right. I just want to see if I could, like, recognize it, but...
What did you want to look? Just in general?
I just want to kind of like study it.
Okay, then roll perception, I guess. Or investigation, whichever you prefer.
That's a 18.
Okay. It's definitely, like, oozing. It's got some harder, like imagine, like, melty marshmallow, but there's still, like, a little bit of Kit Kat sticking out here and there, like a fucking
My arm!
peanut butter cup. Like, you know, it's just this chunky mess.
Mm-hmm.
But it is still breathing.
So it looks like a mishmash of smashed together, like,
It looks
candy
like Garbodor
bars.
made out of candy.
Yeah.
I wonder if Talk to Animals works on it.
Instead of trash.
But it is still breathing.
Kit's just gonna like stab it a little.
You
Ooh.
pull your sword back out, yeah.
It's got, like, sticky marshmallow on it.
There is a singe where your divine smite was, though.
Marshmallow's gonna burn on there.
Smells good.
Get some graham crackers. Some Hershey's.
Anybody hungry?
I've wanted s'mores for a while.
I've been getting a lot more hungry lately.
That makes sense.
I mean...
Anything else? Do you dismiss your wolves or whatever?
Not yet.
Okay.
They last up to an hour, right?
Maybe
Last
they
up
could
to
like
an hour.
surround and stand at the ready.
Kid's gonna like walk up to where its like head is and like jab that.
Disgusting.
Wow, I don't like how distinct you were able to make those noises. Have you practiced that?
No.
Okay, that makes me like it more and less. Wow.
He's just really good at drooling.
Yeah. You should know. I'm a drooling connoisseur.
I do know you're really good at drooling, but usually your drool is silent.
And it's not like moving or anything when I do
mean,
this.
if you look really close... No, it's not. But if you look really closely,
There's breathing.
it's breathing. It's alive.
Do we want to?
The same way that I've checked musket
Kill
a
it?
few times as of late.
Well, I've stabbed it twice, and it hasn't even moved. I'm not sure if we can kill it right now.
Disassemble it, kind of kill it. As terrible as that sounds.
He's gonna like take his sword and kind of like thwack it into one of the limbs to see if he can like go through.
It gets maybe a quarter of the way through, and then you like... like pull it back.
Stuck in there with like sticky
it's
gum.
I
fucking
don't think that's
nasty.
gonna work.
Do we want to try to burn it?
That was the plan. Kid's gonna like pull his tinderbox out.
Hold on, wait.
What?
Wouldn't it be maybe a better idea if we tied it down?
Why?
It might be able to wake up and then not be raging at us. We might be able to find something out.
I thought the last time
Not
we
a
tried
single one of these has shown any semblance of sentience.
I mean,
But I know for a fact that they used to be.
Yes.
well,
Used to.
how about we tie it up, and if it's just as unsentient as the others are, we can just
We can
light it
just
afire.
do what needs to be done at that point.
It threw Igneas like a rag doll. I don't believe that we are going to be able to tie it down with any semblance of hope that it will stay that way.
You might be correct. I didn't like thinking about it, so I won't be one of the ones to tie it down, but you can.
I don't like it any more than you do.
So at that point, I'll be walking away as they go to kind
I would
I'm
hope
watching.
that if this ever happens to me, that you would do the same. And he'll flick the tinderbox and try to get a light going on this thing.
of, as much as I don't like that idea, I'll kind of like half turn back over my shoulder. It does comfort me to know what you would want in case that happens. Continue walking in.
Can I get this thing lit?
It, like, you can sometimes get like a... Like it starts and like kind of just goes back down.
I don't think it's able to be caught on fire.
We need tinder.
Kit, roll me as you're getting that close to it, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Nat 20! Let's go!
So it's breathing. You don't really have a way to kill it. But you do know that this thing obviously hasn't been chasing you. This is just slight DM speak here. This thing obviously hasn't been chasing you 24/7. You didn't kill it in that cave and immediately encountered it again. Most likely you, as somebody who knows combat, has known weaker soldiers. Most living things, after getting their ass kicked, will leave to lick their wounds.
True. Something just dawned on me.
What is it?
This thing is smart enough to rest. It has not been pursuing us this entire time.
Technically, this is only the second time you've seen it. This is the first hint you have that it's been pursuing you because
Right.
somebody didn't gossip about that night.
She told us that the thing showed up.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. I'm dumb and I'm wrong.
This thing is clearly pursuing us, but it's smart enough to rest.
I mean, it's basically an animal now, isn't it? Animals are smart enough to do that.
No, the other ones weren't.
I mean, but this one is. This one's clearly not like the other ones.
Right, that's
This one's
what I'm
clearly
saying.
got the smarts to chase us.
I don't think it quite has the intelligence to feel, but it does have at least basic survival knowledge.
So what are you suggesting?
I don't know. Bohemian was looking for this thing, and now that we know what we know, perhaps he wasn't looking for it to kill it like we thought he was.
Oh, I seriously doubt that now that we know what
Wait.
he's doing.
No, but he thought he had killed it at the beginning.
Called it a disappointment.
Perhaps he was combat testing it.
I'm not still there.
Nope.
I walked away.
Yep.
Stop being a moody teenager and walking away.
He's only 4. Cut him a break. He's a moody toddler.
Honestly, I'm dealing with this a lot better than anyone has any right to expect me to. 4.
So,
I don't think we can burn it.
do you think we can kill it at all? It dropped down a hole.
I don't know.
Surprised it survived that.
Breathes. Maybe we could drown it, or I don't even know if it's breathing because it needs to or because it's imitating what it did when it was alive. I certainly don't want to leave it by the gate.
How could we even move it? It's really big.
Well, hopefully those idiots get back soon.
If it's a 3x3, like...
What do you mean a 3x3? Get it.
As you guys are talking, you'll notice it is beginning to stir a little bit.
Shit.
Oh, shit.
Get the wolves to try to pin it down.
Fucking...
And they, do their best.
Just kind of like step on
Igneas.
it with their front.
And Kit's gonna take his rope out and quarter it so that it's 4 twine.
And I'll
Twist
whip
it,
around and turn it
and then say, "Come take one end of this."
I'll come and grab one end of it.
He'll hand one end of it to you, and then he'll flip it over this thing, over its arms and body, and hold it and say, "Trolli, help me hold this end."
Alright.
And I've only got one arm.
Alrighty. She'll probably just take it from you.
Should I wrap it around?
If you can.
I'll,
Technically, it's 15 feet of rope, so...
as best as I can, I'll try and get one wrap around and then hold it.
Okay. Right as you guys finish, you see its eyes kind of open, and it looks between the 3 of you,
Got the wolves.
and then it starts trying to stand up. It's not swinging at any of you, or
Right.
but it's trying to get up.
Kit's gonna look at it. Can you understand us?
It just roars at you.
Do the whole nodding or blinking thing or whatever you did last time.
I'm gonna try and... This is a little bit out there, so I don't even know if you're gonna allow this. Try to ritual cast Speak with Animals.
You can try.
You can try.
While he's setting that up, Kit's gonna go, "Stay quiet if you understand."
It just roars at you again.
I think it's
And it's
wrong.
more aggravated, trying to it's trying to get up, and it does seem to be moving away from you guys a little bit.
This takes me a while, but I remember what Kit said about that they...
I can cast Speak with Animals for the spell slot?
Kit's gonna say, "Take a picture of it."
Chink, 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 chink.
Take a selfie.
Check it out, Fudge.
Ig, I can do that for you if you want. Well, while you're setting it up, I can start the conversation.
Are you sure?
Yeah, keep going, and I'll start, I guess.
Okay, I'll let her take over what I'm trying to do, so that I can set up Speak with Animals as a ritual.
I'm just gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Oh.
I can cast Speak with Animals.
You didn't say that to me.
But if you
character.
also ritual cast it, we can just both talk to it.
True.
If it understands. I guess the first thing she's gonna say is, what do I want to say? Fuck.
Probably, can you understand me?
Yeah, like, do you understand me now?
So it continues to roar, but for you, because you haven't done it yet and you haven't done anything, you can, beneath the roar, you can hear a hint, just like the tiniest little hint, of what just sounds like agony.
You gotta stop screaming so I can talk to you.
It doesn't really react to the words you're saying.
Can I pick up anything from that?
How long does your ritual take?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
After 10 minutes, it's clearly just trying to leave and screaming in agony. But you can hear the agony, like, it's not like the roars suddenly sound like a human scream of agony. You can just hear it a little bit underneath there.
What I would say at this point is maybe I could understand it as, like, an animal that's in pain.
Can
A
Trolli
mix of in pain and angry.
like go up to the face and like not pet it, but like shush it, like it's okay, like you don't have to.
You want to try that?
Yes, please.
It's going to try to bite you, so make a dex save.
Can I see specifically with either nature or animal handling proficiency if it's trying to say something more specific than just, I'm afraid and I'm in pain? I have proficiency
you
in
can
both.
Try.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
It rolled a 1. So
Oh, cool.
You, like step back as soon as
There's
it
no
tries.
need to bat.
I clearly can't.
Careful, Trolli.
There's
What did you roll,
it's
Danielle?
screaming in agony.
The most I got
What?
was a 6 on the die
Underneath
with
the
like
roll,
a plus.
it
It was a 9.
just screaming.
You know enough to
It's in
realize
pain.
it right now anyway. It kind of just wants to leave. It doesn't want to fight you anymore.
Anything else?
I mean, it's not saying anything. It's just screaming.
It's just trying to leave.
Should we let it?
I don't know. What if it knows something?
It's clearly not telling.
As I said, it's not talking. It's just.
Well, but it might.
And this thing is heavy.
I mean, maybe if we hold it down long enough, it'll calm down.
I'm like not strong enough one way or another to
The third.
assist
Who-
either of us.
Who's still holding it?
Me.
Or the wolves, and I walked away from it to calm
You
it
both
down.
walked away to talk to it, pretty much. So roll for the wolves and roll and.
God damn it, I keep jangling the dice. Oh, great. Mathematically, that makes sense. 9.
17 and 14.
I'm not even gonna bother doing the math. It does manage to, like, because your friends aren't helping you anymore. We'll just say it was the fact that all you had was 2 wolves. It does manage to kind of.
Shit!
Again. The wolves are like biting into its shoulders and it kicks it off of them. It lets out one last like roar to the sky, and then it starts walking away.
Okay.
And as it's walking away, it is like stumbling a little bit. Every now and then, like a chunk falls off of it and kind of just melts into the ground. But it just starts walking away.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try and like get up and attempt to catch up to it?
You can try if you'd like.
Kit is going to pull out like one of the boxes that like the fucking food comes in, probably one of the empty ones, and like run up and try to like scoop some of that shit into the box. that's falling off of it?
Like
Okay.
the fallen off sugar.
Does it like dissolve while it's in the box?
Some of it does, but you manage to keep a little bit.
Okay, he'll close the box. And he'll leave. Or head back to the cart and put it in the cart.
What I was attempting to do was catch like a really big chunk right as it's falling off, like before it hits the ground, and see if I can preserve that.
So you just try to catch it?
It's just like,
Yeah, that's why Kit used the sword.
I know, but I don't necessarily know that.
Take 8 damage.
8 damage.
Yeah, it fucking hurts. It's burning your hands.
What kind of damage?
You're not raging.
You're
so
not raging,
You're
so
right.
damage.
Well,
The 8 kind.
So just acid.
Yeah. The owies.
The
Do you drop it?
the kind that hurts.
yeah, I drop it and I'm bloodied.
Okay. It fizzles out into the ground.
Damn.
Fuck. Okay.
It's the second time I've punished your hands for being
Ow!
dumb.
I know.
And after,
Igneas, are you alright?
That hurt.
after a couple of minutes, it does kind of just... Because it's fucking dark. It's midnight at this point-ish. It kind of just fades into the tree line, and every now and then you'll hear a tree snap and fall, but it fades away. The storm rolls away.
Charlie's gonna go up to that door and fucking bang on it.
You don't get an answer.
Motherfuckers.
Kit's gonna walk up and kick the door open if he can.
Okay. It's a small room. There's a desk and like the window that overlooks the path, and then a much sturdier metal door on the other side of the room.
Idiots.
Let's just go to bed.
Igneas, will you help me keep watch?
Yes.
Thank you. Are you okay?
I think so. Today has been a lot compared to most days.
Today has been a lot. Let's just try to get some rest
Uh-huh.
and prepare ourselves mentally and physically for tomorrow. It'll be okay.
Tomorrow might be another today.
Pat on the back. It'll be okay.
Ah!
It'll
Kit's
be
gonna
okay.
kinda, like, rub his neck and he like, I don't know what the hell that was, but it hurt.
Yeah.
I'm too tired for this shit. Just de-summon my wolves. And go check on Milky Way, who I'm sure was like, yes, combat.
Yes, my youngin. You do not need them. You only need me.
Oh my
Little
God.
kiss on the forehead.
I am the power of... Yes, more. Like, as it, it stops itself. More, yes.
A little chin
More.
scratch.
She can understand her
More,
now too.
more. Charlie, my youngin. You're doing so well.
Oh my God.
Igneas, is this what you're talking about? With Milky Way?
What was Igneas saying about me?
That-
Only good things, I hope.
Yes, of course. You're very forthcoming.
You are my youngin. I adore you.
Well, I'm flattered.
I adore Iggy. He is also my youngin.
Well, yeah, he's
Kit is there.
Is
Well,
Milky
that's
Way
kinda
talking to you
mean.
again?
He's talking to me for the first time. Well, she's talking to me.
I like
I'm going
Kit,
to bed.
but he is not my youngin. As a matter of fact, Kit is older than I. I only assume him some immortal abomination. The world started with Milky Way.
He's like technically twice as old as her.
Well, have a good night, Milky
Yes,
Way.
more.
Scritches.
Yes, yes.
Another kiss.
Yeah. Yes!
She turns to Igneas and she's got like wide eyes.
Youngin, Trolli.
Yes, Milky Way.
I love you.
I love you too. I love you to the moon and back.
What about my constellation? Do you love me to that and back?
I do.
Yes. My youngin.
You need to sleep, okay?
Milky Ways do not sleep.
More scritches.
We
Why do you
rest.
always
More
look like you
scritches.
need therapy after you get done talking to her?
If you could only...
Because she's scary.
I am not scary. I am Milky Way.
I have to agree with Igneas. She is a tad bit scary.
Moo.
I love you.
Moo.
The scritches.
Yes.
And then she's gonna like
Moo.
fast walk into the car.
Kit's just gonna take his usual post on the guard seat, just like, oh, like,
And just like you don't understand how lucky you are that you don't know exactly what she's saying.
I don't really understand magic as it is.
She understands things that you wouldn't think a cow would understand. Like, beyond the fact that a cow can understand English, she knows a lot of things that you wouldn't think a cow would know.
Well, she is
Like-
Peepaw's favorite. You see her from like the inside the car.
That is true. I am Hans's favorite. For good reason.
She's 5 times as old as me, and sometimes it just... she knows things.
She's
and
20?
Why?
Yes.
She's older than me.
She's a bit old for a cow.
Yeah, no, I like...
She's in quite good shape.
From
Oh,
what,
Milky Way remains in the best shape, kid.
from what I remember her telling me, she's about 20.
I'm going to bed. Am I-
It feels weird to ignore you, but I have to because
Yeah.
I can't understand you.
Can I have a long rest, God?
You may all apply.
No, thank God.
Oh, thank God.
This was my session of like, I'll fucking do it again.
My 19 AC came in clutch so many times.
Yeah.
It was kind of worth it for
You got hit with a lot of nat 20s, and then the disadvantage on those veterans kept saving you.
Yeah.
You probably didn't realize it, but my not taking the Barbarian route for my AC and just taking the race route has made my AC better now at level 5, and will only continue to do so.
You may not have realized it, but originally it was going to be a roll for if it managed to catch up to you guys, but then you went on a walk. Good job, Igneas.
It makes, I mean, I kind of thought it was something like that, so, but...
Because I was just going to roll for it, and then I didn't bother, because like, oh no, you're just going to go by
Yeah,
it.
no.
You're gonna go back to talking to Green Ma at some point. She's gonna be like, "That was some weird shit."
Hey! No, I totally expected.
So, it won't take you long.
Yeah.
And excuse me. At about 7 a.m. So you are outside the cart? Outside the cart?
I would walk out maybe around like 8.
Okay.
Oh, so you're in the cart all night?
Oh, you're in here with me?
I mean, where else am I sleeping?
Good point.
You don't sleep.
Igneas, as the nights go on, is starting to like
Right.
sleep.
Okay.
I'll sleep on the driver's seat if we don't both fit in the car.
I'm probably like on
You'll
the
both
back
fit
of the
only
car.
because you're a tiny teenage girl.
But I wouldn't be just walking along in the road the whole night.
Right. So, around 7 a.m., roll me a con check.
Is it a check or a save?
What do you check?
15.
So you're kind of like, you're awake, but you're like not. You don't notice when something walks up beside you, kind of like kicks you. And as you look for a second, it looks like a trash candy thing. And then you blink, and it's just another guard.
Hello.
Good morning. You right there, friend?
We had a rough night.
I heard you beat up 3 of my men.
First off, your drunken guards attacked us. Second off, that's not what I was even talking about.
Okay, well, I don't really care. Do you wanna... He, like, points at the gate, which is now open.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Listen, since you're a Choclatin, I'll talk to you a little bit. Listen, so I don't know if you've heard, the Count's son, or I guess now just the Count, is back. He's on the throne again.
Right.
Everyone's real happy. Everyone's celebrating. But, you know, security's a little tight. I don't know who you got with you in that cart, but just keep them in line. Right? We are not allowing any shenaniganizing.
Right.
Now that we have someone on the throne again.
That's understandable.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
12.
With advantage.
22.
Okay, cool. So yeah, he's just like, security's a little tight. But keep him in line. You have someone new on the throne, so we are just being a little careful. But whenever y'all are ready to go in, you're free to make your way.
Thank you.
Yep.
I need to use the restroom.
And then he wanders back to the guard post.
What was the perception check?
I didn't pass with a 22.
We'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
I get to just do things
I know.
with Kit. You're dying.
Yeah.
So sometimes you might roll a perception check and you might not realize what you saw until a little later. When your foggy head clears.
Yeah.
Especially since you just got woken up early in the morning.
Trolli, Igneas.
What? What?
I guess I
What
should wait
is
till
it?
Danielle gets back.
Igneas is like, yeah,
I'll poke my head out.
Let's
I am
go.
awake.
We have to go.
Alright. She gets in the driver's seat.
And Kit will scoot over for you.
She'll fucking.
And you guys make your way into the gate. As you pass the guard post, the guard gives you one last little. As you pass through it, like it closes behind you. And as Trolli leads you a little bit of ways, Kit, you realize 2 things. First of all, you realize, like, we probably got another day until we actually reach the capital city, but there's a small town you'll pass through on the way there. And that guy, like, mishmash of armor, didn't look like as well put together as, like, the guards when you left. Almost as if somebody just threw together some armor and put it on.
And you left like what, 25 years ago? Something?
No, I'm talking when he left like 2 years ago to head to Nonpareil. Not 2 years, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Recently.
So like, fuck, a lot of.
I'm gonna like glance back. Do I see like where that big strong metal door led to? Like any building on this side?
The big strong metal door is essentially just what puts them getting onto this side of the wall.
Okay, can I see that door?
Yep.
Is it closed?
Yep.
Okay. Is there anyone on this side?
Nope.
Something weird's going on with the guards. That wasn't one of the gate guards.
Well, how
What
can
do
you
you
tell?
mean? That was a guard at a gate.
He was
wasn't
wearing mismatched armor, as if he cobbled it off of some other people.
Or maybe they're short on guards.
No,
New
that
hire?
wouldn't be it.
No.
You really think that? I mean,
They
what?
did mention last night, like, we got
Yeah.
throwing in a lot of new people.
That's not it. The Choclatins, they wouldn't use that type of armor for gate guards.
No, let's get where we're going and we can keep an eye out.
They mentioned a lot of new hires at one time. Does that. Maybe they're running low on supplies for all the new people?
Choclatins are proud. The first thing that you see wouldn't be someone in mismatched armor, no matter how new they were.
Oh,
That makes sense.
that. I understand.
Well, let's keep an eye out.
That might make this even more significant.
Keep our guard up.
They closed the gate behind us,
That was
but
a
it was
little
open
odd.
when we woke up.
That was a little odd.
Maybe they care more now that it's during broad daylight.
I don't know.
At nighttime, they didn't seem to care that much.
We
Nonetheless,
never
I'm just
did
driving
see
this
the
car.
others come back either.
You're right.
The armor that guy was wearing, did it look like the armor that the others were wearing? The 3 we beat up?
Yes and no. In the sense that they all kind of look like mismodged armor, but they weren't. Like,
Oh, the other
same
3 also
set.
looked like shitty, just thrown
Kinda?
together armor.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like,
Now that I mention, or now that I think about it, the others were like that too.
They sort of were, weren't they? It didn't look like a set that was designed all as one together
Well,
piece.
it sounds like they're guard system or whatever, their security's just fallen.
Maybe they're having too many new hires at one time.
Maybe the new Chocula's doing something.
It could be. The new Chocula was only in power for what?
A couple of days, I
A
suppose.
couple of days, not even a week, not even 2 weeks.
They just showed back up.
Maybe they're doing something extreme, and that's why we're seeing this.
Well, we're not gonna find out till we get there.
Okay.
I can't think of what else it would be that would cause such a sudden change that they wouldn't be ready for.
We'll ask them when we get there.
Okay.
Oh, like I just, hey, yeah, just.
So. I know I said it was like roughly another day until you get to the main city. Currently, right now, there is nothing to do in between the main city, so you guys get to the main city. Much like Nonparelis, it's hustling and bustling, and there's a lot going on.
I'm people watching pretty specifically
the
as we're
name,
going.
but I don't know
Kit-
where I put it.
Kit was gonna say, Igneas, try to keep out of sight. I don't
Stay in
want
the
people
car.
hassling us.
I was watching, like, kind
You
of
specifically.
as we were going.
Yeah, stay in the.
At least as well as I can while I'm not out in plain sight.
You're like, you
Right.
peek through the crack of the
Yeah.
blind, the curtain.
I had the name of the city, but I wrote it down somewhere that's not here, so I apologize.
Nice,
Okay.
nice,
You told it to me a while back.
I did.
don't
It might be in
remember
the
what it is
audio
now.
for the last session.
nice.
I'm a very competent DM.
Exactly.
So,
Is the
what are we looking
is there
at?
like a crack on the above the animals thing? Like, is there a piece missing, or is it just flat?
It's just flat for
Oh,
some reason.
that's weird.
That is kind of weird. Anyway, on this.
Oh,
There you go.
I thought you meant.
Yeah, no, I was like, no, that's right here. Anyway, so you get to the city. It's hustling and bustling, much like Nonparelis was. However, unlike Nonparelis, like 90% Choclatins. A nice, healthy mix of milk, dark and white. A few other varieties here and there. No rubies. And there is... Let me quickly sketch it out.
Occasionally some caramel,
Yeah.
some sea salt.
And kind of overlooking the entire
Those are
city.
the pirates.
Some rare rice, almonds.
Is this massive castle.
Nougat.
This is a very quick sketch. So it's like one giant cylinder to a point, and then like on pretty much a square surrounding it are 4 thinner cylinders to a point that go higher, which I know it doesn't show.
Right.
So, like, if you were looking at a crown, but directly,
Kind of.
perfectly head on.
Think if almost like a spider. Like, no, that doesn't work. There's a main cylinder in the middle, and then where the corners would be if it was a square, there's a cylinder on each one of those.
Like, I don't mean to use this example again, but you could design a crown per se that was like meant to be viewed directly head on instead of at any angle in 3D space.
Sure, yes.
Yeah. Where like some of it is purposefully a little bit higher and
Right.
where it looks correct in perspective.
But you would definitely know. 2 of you pretty much like don't know 100% for a fact, but you're 99% sure. That's where the Choculas live.
That's where we're going.
Let's head on out there.
I would think that's where they are, at least. I'm looking around like I don't see anything that towers higher than that, I'm sure. So,
It's almost menacing.
yeah, like it's the peak of a mountain might
It
reach,
almost
not even
feels
quite as high as that.
smothering. Like later in the day, the sun would set behind it, so it gets dark earlier.
I enjoy that.
Kid is noticeably stressed out.
Are you all right?
What's going
Kit?
on over here?
I'll be fine.
Is something
I
wrong?
don't like being here.
Oh,
Well, then we'll get in, we'll get out. How about that?
okay. We'll try to do the talking for you if we can.
I'm fine doing the talking. I just don't want to be in this city.
Well, we can all do the talking, and we'll do our best to get what we need and get out.
Right.
'Cause we're on kind of a time limit for the
We'll
both of you.
waste our time.
Let's keep going. Until something stops us.
So you just keep heading towards the castle.
Yeah.
We're clearly not dilly-dallying.
So as you get closer to the castle, once all the other buildings are out of the way, you can see that there's a fucking thick moat between the rest of the world and this castle and a bridge. And there are 2 guards standing at the other bridge who are very...
Well, hello.
as you guys approach.
Are you all right?
How are you doing today?
And one of them goes like... and the other is like... hey. And it's very clearly your friend from last night.
Well, hello.
Hey. I'm gonna, like, try and see if they give any kind of a subtle signal that they recognize me.
No, yeah. Hey. What's up,
Hey.
Igneas?
How did y'all's night go? You never brought us help.
We tried, but we got back to the group, and they, we're a little hectic in the guard at the moment.
Well, okay, well...
And they told us our next shift was here, and they didn't exactly believe us that some giant monster we couldn't really describe too well showed up. I'm sorry.
Well,
No, that's
hey,
fine.
that's fine, but what about, hear me out, if you just moved aside for a minute?
And Sheen goes like, fuck you to Jag. And the other guy, who you haven't bothered to ask his name, is like, Sheen, it's...
Yeah.
You guys, are you guys the...
Excuse, what do I call you? What do I call you? I'm sorry.
Todd.
Todd.
Charlie's like, why are you're so talkative?
I like how you're like, you haven't bothered asking his name, and then she's like, what's your name? And you're like,
No, that was in character. like,
okay.
I knew his name was Todd.
Oh, okay.
You guys are...
What is your partner's name, if I might ask, if that's okay?
I thought we already asked them.
Sheen.
Sheen. Okay.
Fuck you.
Well,
Okay.
I wasn't
That's
sure
very
if
nice,
maybe
yeah.
Sheen was telling not the truth.
He was. So, anyway, sorry. You guys, forgive me, I'm a bit hungover, and
We're-
you did kick my ass.
We're sent by the queen. It's
You-
just
Great. Okay.
just to get that over with.
We do have a good reason for you to just let us by if you'd like.
He just, like, steps aside.
Do you have a phone number?
Why do you want my phone number?
We took pictures of the creature. You can prove to your boss that you weren't lying.
I don't think he cares.
Fair enough.
Well, that thing could come back.
We care.
Okay. Sure. Here's... kind of weird.
It's just so that you can prove to your boss that there's
Right.
a bigger threat.
Right.
Just
Or
put the
at
number
least
in.
that we can prove it to our boss.
Or I'm gonna get the number, send the pictures, hand the phone back.
Okay. And then as you guys start to pass through, Sheen goes, Oldie,
What?
you met before?
Were you ever part of the forward units?
The what?
I don't know what that is.
The ones that went out and fought?
No.
Then probably not.
Okay.
I'm like kind of clearly glancing and being like, what are they fucking talking about? They're having a conversation, but I can't follow it.
Neither can I. It's fine. Let's keep going.
And you guys just, Todd is like, what the fuck was that? And she's like, I don't know. I feel like I've met that guy. And you make your way into Castle Chocula. Yeah. As you enter, there's a lot of servants going around, blah, 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 blah. One of them just kind of glances at you, looks you up and down, like rings a bell, and then goes back to what they're doing.
Looks at who?
The group of
Right.
you. Like,
So, are we in the castle, or we're like in the castle yard?
you're in the castle yard.
I'll kind of glance and like see if I can see any kind of a mechanical, like a pulley system or something going now that they've signaled.
Or I'm trying to look for a place to park Milky Way.
There's some carts around. It's a big, like, circle, like,
Right.
with a fountain in
And
the
then-
middle, like...
Clearly, there's like a staircase leading up to the main doors.
Yes.
Can I park the cart like in front of the staircase? Yeah. Okay, then I'd like to do that.
One or two of the servants is like,
Do we want to go inside together? Well, I mean, we don't want to leave the card.
I'm trying to figure that out.
Hey, you. And he'll look at one of the servants. Is there a better place for us to park this, or it's not going to be in the
front
way?
of the main fucking stairs, dude. Your friends here don't seem very bright. I would have hoped you, being a Choclatin like us, would be.
That doesn't
Shit, where am I
necessarily
parking?
make
Oh,
a
Jesus Christ. You brought a fucking
difference.
jag with you, man.
Nobody pays you to mouth
I'm
off.
like clearly glaring at
Nobody
him
pays me.
directly.
Where
That's
can
a
I
little
park this
depressing.
that is the least convenient for me?
Literally anywhere in this circle, but right where you are.
Next to the
So
stairs.
let's
then.
park somewhere
Sure.
else.
Parking next to the stairs.
Great.
In the most troublesome possible spot.
Oh, fuck you, buddy.
In the most spot where somebody
Fuck
else would
you.
be trying to park.
You're a piece of shit son of a bitch without a mother or a
Fuck
father.
down, okay?
You don't get to talk.
We
You're
are
a fucking
not-
gummy.
You're
You're
Shut up.
barely
a piece
better
of
than
shit
he
with
is.
a piece
Shut
of
up!
shit for a mother and a father.
Then as you're all fucking arguing, the fucking the front doors to the castle slam fucking open, and like a eerie silence falls over all of the servants that are out there. And out from the castle walks two people. One is about as tall as I am.
Ooh.
And it's like this beautiful set of like polished yellow armor. Just all straight yellow. Fucking highlighter.
So like golden?
No, like yellow.
Like brighter than golden.
Just straight
Like
yellow.
this.
Fuck.
A little less green, but yes. And then
Radioactive golden.
and,
Lemon
like-
golden.
the yellow one has this big great sword and like clearly kind of annoyed. Slightly behind the yellow one is a holly height-ish. Looks to be the same build, and they're fully covered. You can't make them out whatsoever. This one has an axe on their hip. Same armor, but made for them in red.
Ooh. Heavy armor.
Loon drops and fireheads.
Oh.
Fire.
Cherry?
And the yellow one stops. You three were sent by the queen, yes?
That's correct.
Yes.
Yes. Close. Zack, roll me a history check.
6.
You're not dumb. You are from here, so it's fine. The DC was 5, but I still feel like part of me wants to be like, fuck you, but like,
What should I be, maybe?
no, you wouldn't know who these fucking people are.
Okay.
Margaret and Maurice are greeting you, otherwise known as the M&M.
I figured that.
The red one and the yellow one.
Margaret and Maurice, I take it?
The red one silently
Suppose it's good to finally meet you.
and they lead you inside. And Maurice, the yellow one, is just kind of quietly leading the way. The red one is... What walking order are we doing as we're following them inside?
I'll probably be first.
Okay.
So you're kind of like somewhat up with Maurice.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll be last.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maurice and the other one. And then...
Margaret would be back by you.
as soon as I
They're
can space
boxing
between
us in, kind of.
Not really. It's more like, okay, so if this is Maurice, he'd be like here, Kit might be like here, you were in the middle, Trolli might be like here. It's not like a perfect line, and Margaret would be like there.
Okay.
You're being a little boxed in, but just because he's pulling ahead and
I'm
she's
directly in the middle, so.
she's pulling back to, you know,
Makes
she
sense.
kind of like on your shoulder.
Totally fine.
Oh, my shoulder? Oh, yes.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. Hopefully Maurice wasn't too scary.
Oh,
I'm
I've
like
met
trying
scarier.
to kind of lean in and listen to them a little
Your
bit.
name is
but
Margaret?
I don't know if I
Margaret.
can do that
My name is Trolli.
inconspicuously.
Trolli.
It's very nice to
You
meet
look
you.
familiar, Trolli. But
Do I?
she like lifts up her helmet and she's also like a pink gummy, and she blushes a little bit, and she's like, you're like the second gummy I can remember ever meeting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you not make your way over to the coast very often?
It's a long story, but I've only ever met myself, and then you, and there was a young man. He was very nice, and up ahead, Maurice glances back and he says, "Sir Harry was very nice, but
Am I
let's
catching
not bother her with
I'm sorry.
unnecessary details."
any of this?
Yeah, they're just openly talking.
Okay.
Trolli's gonna run up to Maurice.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what name did you say?
Now I'm listening closer.
'Cause we had a guest at one point. His name was Harry.
What color was he? What color gummy?
About the same color as you and my associate Margaret here.
How old did he look?
25.
Was he a
30?
druid?
Yes.
How long ago was this?
Month-ish?
A month?
Do you know where he went?
No. Ma'am, we have stuff to talk about. And he just like keeps walking, and Margaret walks back up to you, and he's like, this is a little embarrassing. Forgive Maurice. A little while ago, a couple days, there was a bit of a skirmish. He and I both actually hit our heads. The details of the past, everything past that skirmish are a little fuzzy, so he might just be, not thinking clearly.
So can we ask you?
It's
Well,
all
I
right.
also hit my head.
No,
Well-
it's all right, Iggy.
Guys.
It's fine. Let's just.
We know that there's more information here. We can find it elsewhere.
You're right.
Trolli's clearly
I
distressed.
clearly look very impatient, but I have to kind of accept
Trolli is distressed.
I'm trying to bear in mind that I'm 4, but not everybody else is 4. So everybody else's perception of time is not the same as my own.
Charlie's doing this thing where she's like thinking so hard, she's like slowly like not keeping up pace.
As the party starts to get ahead of you, we're going to cut to 2 different scenes here. So, Margaret kind of also hangs back a little bit. She's like, "Are you okay?"
I believe you called him Sir Harry?
Well, the same way I would call you Miss.
Trolli.
That's her
Same
brother.
Same way I would call you. You are ahead now.
Yeah.
These two have
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
slowed down.
okay.
You are up with Kit and
Okay.
Grace. The same way I would call you Miss Trolli. That
Well-
was Sir Harry. He was very nice.
Sir
I
Harry
don't
is.
remember what he wanted though.
That's a shame because I was gonna ask.
Sorry.
He's my brother, and he's been missing for a while.
I live here because Maurice took me in. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I am it's this condition. It's called aerated. I don't remember a lot of my life, but I was taken in by Maurice, and he trained me, and it's been pretty okay.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice of him.
Yeah, it's just my luck, I already have head problems, and then he and I are dealing with a little bit of a head trauma, but the infirmary is taking really good care of us. We're just trying not to be too active and fighting anything in the meantime.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you being so nice. If
You're
you happen to remember anything about Harry, I'd love to know about it. I'm looking for him.
Oh, okay. You mentioned something about family, but I don't really remember what it was. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't worry yourself about it.
Okay. We'll jump back ahead to you, and Maurice. And Maurice is trying to just quietly lead you through this castle.
So the Chocula, the 72nd, finally showed back up then?
Yes,
Mm.
that is who
When?
you'll be seeing. A couple of days ago.
A couple of days ago.
Yes.
When did he go missing?
It's
A
been
couple
missing.
of years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yes.
And you didn't know in all that time
We
where he was.
made an attempt to look for him, but
Well, yes, but you didn't know where he was.
Did the 71st pass away before or after he arrived?
He's clearly a little, like, not wanting to admit it, but as Trolli now knows, and you get a hint that, like, he recently hurt his head.
Right.
Well, no. He... forgive me. We weren't sure where he was, but we had an idea. And upon hearing of his father's passing, he came back, and his father passed some time ago.
Some time
Right.
ago. Do you mean he wasn't aware and you told him, or? I'm only unclear because we've been unaware of
Again,
who even
I
which one
I
was on the
apologize.
throne.
A couple of days ago, I shouldn't be talking politics with foreigners, I apologize, but...
I'm not necessarily a foreigner.
He is not.
Well, we got into a skirmish with a crime organization, and we managed to defeat them, but they yes, they were members of, I don't know if you've ever heard of them, the 100 Grand.
The 100. We have.
Of course, it's them.
Tried to fill the void of there not being a Chocula. Luckily for us, the 72nd came back just in time.
That implies that a Chocula was before involved with the 100 Grand. Is that the case? Did you
I don't know
know
how
this?
that implies that whatsoever.
I believe they were trying to take over as ruler.
Yes.
They were probably trying to install their own people as ruler of the...
There was a small chunk of time where there was no one on the throne because the 71st was dead and we had not yet told the 72nd.
I wasn't aware of this.
You're not supposed to be.
Well,
It's fine, Igneas.
okay.
Clearly, the 100 Grand has definitely...
Luckily, we managed to stop anything from happening.
Continue.
Just, we lost a few guards, and Margaret and I took blows to the head, so things are a little fuzzy for us at the moment, but we're trying not to let the public know because we are the top two knights. It wouldn't be very good. Anyway, and he walks up to a door, and stops, and just kind of, you'll let us know when he's ready. And he just stays silent. You are still slightly hung back with Margaret if there's anything else you want to talk to her about.
I mean, I assume we're just making idle chit chat. I guess same kind of questions of like, oh, when did the Chocula 72nd come back?
A couple days ago.
How did y'all find him, or did he find y'all?
He heard, I don't know how he heard, we kept it a pretty good secret, of his father's passing. And he told us what he'd been doing, I think. But I'm sure he'll talk to you about it. But, you know, and then he, you know, like she's a little flustered.
Right. Give her a little pat on the back.
And she looks you up and down. She goes, you know, Miss Trolli, you're very pretty.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
You're welcome. And as you all walk up, she's kind of just like idly chit-chatting with you at this point. Her helmet's in her arm. Igneas, make me a perception check.
13.
Igneas, you spent a lot of time with Mima, and you can't say for certain, but this Margaret woman looks similar to a woman in a few photos that was in the Gumption household.
Similar enough, I would think that they...
Similar enough that you might
Same
take...
face syndrome, maybe?
Whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
Just similar enough that you take a second glance now.
To the parfaits, you said?
To the Gumption.
The Gumptions. Okay.
I know you've been drinking, but Mima showed you these photos.
Mima photos of all the Gumptions.
Mima was showing you photos of the Gumption family now and then. This Margaret woman looks pretty similar to one of the women you sometimes saw in the photo.
That's what I was trying to make. Okay. Okay.
But like, not enough that you're like, wait a second. Just enough that you're like, huh.
It's not as different as I would have assumed. You know, like that doesn't look like it has a couple hundred or 1,000 years separating it.
No, I mean like, no, like recent photos, like a family photo album. It looks like it might be Trolli's mom.
That's what I just said.
Not hundreds of years or anything.
It doesn't look like that's what I just said.
Why would you have seen photos from hundreds of years ago?
Because I'm saying, like, it doesn't look like they're that far separated by that many generations of
No,
family.
it looks like it might be a woman that Mima pointed out as Trolli's mom.
So it's like a generation apart.
It looks similar to the woman. Maybe not exact. Your memory's a little fuzzy, both in and out of character. It looks similar to a woman that was pointed out to you as Trolli's mother.
That's what I was trying to say. Okay.
But not like your memory isn't clear enough that you're like, that's fucking it. You're unsure.
But it looks like they're related.
Possibly. Enough that you are occasionally thinking about it.
I'll remember that and make a mental note of it. I don't have anything physically to write notes down on,
Right.
but I'll try to, like, kind of lock that
Just
away.
like take a dagger and carve it into your arm.
No.
So as you enter, or as you walk up with Maurice, the door, as you walk up with Margaret, the door Maurice is standing in front of cracks open and you hear a quick, like, enter. And Maurice says, like, okay, you guys are free to head on in.
I'm walking behind them the whole
We're
time.
gonna wait
They're
out
in
here.
front of me.
You want to walk behind us?
Yeah, you guys are in front of me.
Kit will go first.
Alright, sure.
And as you all file into this room, the door closes behind you. It's like a throne room, but also almost like an office. There's like a big throne with a table in front of it, and a giant stained glass window behind where the throne is.
So like a CEO room.
Sure. Giant stained glass window behind it, just depicting what you would assume is like an older Chocula, like he's holding a goblet, like this beautiful fucking thing. It's still sunny outside, and like I mentioned, when the sun starts to go down, it shines in behind the castle, so it is fucking beautifully shining through this window. So much so that you can only see the silhouette of this person standing there. But after a minute, it turns to face the three of you. And as it starts to step a little closer, you start to make out some of the features. It is ruby chocolate. There's a little bit of facial hair stubble. The hair on this person's head is slicked back and combed back. They're wearing just this beautiful nobleman's clothes with a flowing cape.
Mm-hmm.
And as they step out with their collar popped, you see a ruby chocolate.
Hello?
Hello?
We were told that you have the ability to get us some of the brown salt that we need.
Right. The 3B. Right. Yes, I can do that. Forgive me, I have just recently taken the throne.
I'm sorry about your father's passing.
You may bow when you're ready.
Go
He'll
ahead.
bow.
I meant to offer
You may bow when you're ready.
apology when you were ready to accept such for your parent passing.
Noted. Bow.
Igneas, come down.
Your friends are bowing.
I'll, like, for a second stand up straighter, but then I will, like, kind of kneel and bow.
I don't think any less of Jags, unlike most Choclatins.
now I'm clearly looking at him like, hold on, what did you just fucking say?
I don't think any less of Jags, unlike most Choclatins. But keep up your incompetence, and I might change my mind. Can't even bow properly. Learn some manners. Anyway, it's a pleasure to meet the three of you. My name is Heath Chocula the 72nd. It's a pleasure. Pleasure's all yours, I'm sure.
Of course.
Last I checked, you need to... Did you need something?
You're free to keep speaking.
You're free to leave. And the door's open. And,
Like behind me?
Yeah, the door's open behind you, and Margaret and Maurice walk in and each put a hand on your shoulder.
I didn't say I was leaving.
Margaret leans in. I'm sorry, sir. I never had your name, but
Igneas.
Sir Igneas, we're gonna have to ask you to come with us.
Why?
You are disrespecting the Count.
In what fashion?
That's up to him to decide. And Maurice will lean in.
What you're saying is I'm
Much.
disrespecting him by existing in this space.
Maurice will lean in. You're disrespecting by being difficult. Sir Igneas, you can either come with us now, or
I'm
we
like
will
clearly breathing a lot harder, but
we will have
I
no
will
choice.
cooperate. I'll let them take me
And
out.
they lead you out of the room.
I'm like, but clearly glancing back, like, hey, if I
Meanwhile-
could say words right now, I'd be telling you, give them hell.
Meanwhile, Heath is like, well, as nice as he seemed, he can't even gather how to bow to royalty or how to not mess up my floors. So,
Apologies.
it's okay. But perhaps teach your golem friend some manners before you come back here again.
Right.
Thank you. Anyway, the three of you were sent by the Queen, and now the two of you are here to strike a deal with me for the brown sugar for the cure for the heat. Is that about correct?
That is correct.
Fantastic. So, I have plenty of it.
That is good news.
You can have it after you've helped me.
Of course. How can we help you?
So, as you may have noticed, I have now taken my father's throne. And as nice as being the Count of the Empire is,
King is a liar.
as nice as being the Count of the Empire is, it comes with plenty of stresses, and not necessarily a role I wanted to fulfill just yet in my life. Trolli, roll me a perception check while I talk.
14.
He's missing something that only you have seen. Now, I, as much as my father and I may not have gotten along all the time, don't wish him dead. However, because I now have to take over this empire, I don't particularly have the time to go handle the man who did it. That is where you three come in. Or ideally you three. At bare minimum you two, and perhaps you can rein in your friend. I know where he is, I know his name, and I know how you can find him.
Alrighty.
If you go and either A, kill him, or B, bring him to me alive, though I prefer his corpse, actively, and I am more likely to give you what you'd like if you give me a corpse, then we can talk.
What is his name?
Pumpkin Fudge can be found in Variety Bog, typically running something known as Club Caramel. I don't know if Pumpkin Fudge is his real name. Frankly, I hope it's not, because it's fucking stupid. But that man killed my father. So, if the three of you can perhaps go take care of him, we can strike a deal from there.
Right.
Any questions?
No.
I don't have any.
Okay. Is there anything you needed to talk to me about before you go? I have not been updated by the Queen on what's been going on the past few days, so it's been very busy for me.
Right.
You know, beginning my reign.
You said you know where he is, and you know for a fact he's in Variety Bog?
Yes.
Right.
Last I checked, anyway. But I doubt he'd be missing from there for long.
Right.
We will do what we need to.
Good. Goodbye.
Thank you. I just...
He'll turn and leave.
Oh, yeah.
I've already left a while ago. Like, I've been thrown past the border for a minute. Trolli, I would think.
No, they're just holding you right outside the room. They're not, like, kicking you out. They're just like, you can't be in there.
Charlie's going to exit the door, and then she's going to power walk her way out of this castle.
Kit will try to keep up with her.
In that case, I would shake them off and try to do the same. Or at least attempt
they
to.
let you go. As soon as you're out of the room, they're like, sorry about like, they're not
Alright.
being assholes.
In that case, like, fucking... I'm harshly pushing them aside. Even though they're complying, I'm not being gentle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna be an asshole.
They're being an asshole to me first.
They're doing
They're
their
not.
job.
They're doing their job. They
Their
were
job is being an asshole.
Their job was being like, hey, you're disrespecting the king.
And they were as
so-
nice
You're
about it as they could be.
disrespecting me for existing.
No, he's disrespecting you because it took you forever to bow, and then as soon as you did, which is custom, you start scratching at his floor. So get out.
You were disrespecting me a lot more than the others.
Okay. Anyway.
As far as I'm concerned,
Anyway,
like,
moving on. The three of you leave the building.
Okay.
For a second, Margaret tries to catch up to see if anything's okay, but Maurice stops her.
Kit will, as he's going by, thank you for your assistance.
Sure thing. Contact either of us if you need anything.
Right. Do you have a number we can contact?
Yes. He, like, as soon as you slow down a little bit, Maurice is like, yeah, okay, firstly, here's a line to us.
Thank you.
Second of all,
Is it another Oreo?
no, it's just a phone number.
Oh, okay.
Second of all, I'm going to assume our liege no longer wanted to, given what happened, but just for simplicity's sake, in case you need anything, and whatever it is he asked you to do, we're not allowed to know, and he hands you a bag of 150 gold.
Thank you.
Feel free to do with that what you will. Good luck to the three of you. And with that, you
Thank
get
you.
luck. Unless you're already at 3, then you don't get a 4th.
I think I already used one of them.
When I get to the cart, I'm immediately calling Fudge.
Okay.
I'm getting inside the cart to do it.
Right.
Kit will like, jog to catch up with you, and as soon as he sees you like pull your phone out, he'll be like, "Not yet."
What do you mean, not yet?
Get out of the castle grounds.
Fine. She'll wait for Egg to catch up, but she's gonna sit in this cart.
At this point, it is getting to be later in the day because it took you most of the day getting here.
Mm-hmm.
Kit will say, "Look for an inn nearby."
Right. Whatever.
So you leave. The city's still pretty bustling. It's never really not bustling, even throughout the night, because it's the Empire. But there is an inn. It's a gold per room, they say, if you want to stay. They kind of eye up Igneas, but they don't say no as long as he has gold.
I was gonna say,
Igneas.
as long as I can cover both of you, I'm willing to pay.
We can share a room if you'd like. Neither of us really sleep much anyway.
Fair enough, then it will only cost 2. If that's acceptable to you, Trolli.
Yes, of course. I need to talk to both of you privately for a moment if y'all can meet me in my room.
I'm
Yes.
willing to do that, yes.
Also, here, the number from Maurice.
Yes, and I'll add that.
So you eventually all get however many rooms you want. Take out however much gold, and then I'm assuming you're sharing it, but technically you don't have to.
Yeah, Kit will give each of you 50 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
So hold on. So you're getting a room, and then you two are sharing a room, or
Yeah, we're
I'm
sharing
getting
a room.
They're sharing a room.
okay.
Yeah.
But they're meeting me in my
So
room.
you all
said
meet.
you're covering it, Igneas?
Yeah, I'm covering it, so now I only have 48 gold total.
I think. How did you? You should already have gold,
Yeah, you
I
should have
started
had...
with 50.
and then you just got another 50.
Oh, I did?
Yes,
I just
everybody
gave
was
you another
just given
50.
Oh, okay, so then 98.
Mhm.
Okay,
Anyway, the
98.
3 of you meet in Trolli's room.
This won't take very long, but I have a very bad feeling about Heath.
About Heath.
The new Chocula.
There's no way that Fudge could have killed him.
He's not the...
In what way do you have a...
He's not royalty. He doesn't belong there. He's
What?
not the actual 72nd.
How do you mean?
You'll just have to trust me.
He's not...
I do.
He...
Either way, I know
Just-
for a fact he's lying about Fudge.
I know he's lying about being...
We've known about where Fudge was for at least the last week, and that's when they said that the Chocula died. Fudge could not possibly have killed him.
Fudge is a Chocula? Is that what you mean?
No, I know that man is lying.
He didn't sound completely right to me. Something wasn't right.
Did Maurice say anything about what's happened recently?
If
'Cause
that
Margaret
was all,
got a head injury.
Listen, if that
Maurice
was all that
said the
happened to
same
the
thing.
Choculas, why would they have
Wait.
been so out of order for so long? I would think if it was only a matter of which member of the family was in charge and they were all there, wouldn't it have maybe only been a problem for an hour at most? They would have all come together and spoken to one another, wouldn't they?
The younger Chocula was missing for a long time, for many years.
But for how long? Wasn't he back by now?
No, he was gone for several years, and then apparently when the Chocula the 71st died, a few days later, Chocula the 72nd showed back up.
He came back only a few days after the 71st died.
I'm calling Fudge.
Okay. So,
That seems...
you call Fudge.
There's no possible way that Fudge could have been over here any time during the time that the king,
we don't know, but that
Chocula
seems
died.
like...
Oh, thank God he picked it up.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. Fudge,
Yes.
are you okay?
Use his name.
Yes.
Where are you?
Currently, I am about half a day. I mean, I'm camping, but I'm about half a day from the variety bog. Gonna head back and check on whatever damage a friend might have done.
So we went to the Empire,
Okay.
and
How'd that go for you?
there is Heath Chocula the 76th.
Fucking who?
That's what I said.
Is he on speakerphone? Not that he would know, but
It's
okay.
not.
Fucking. Okay. You don't buy that for a second,
Of
right?
course I fucking don't.
Okay, just making sure.
Kid's like, whoa, you cussed.
God damn. Okay.
He asked us to do this ridiculous thing for him.
What are you? Well, first of all, you don't got to listen to him.
Well, I'm not.
But secondly, what's the thing?
Well, I'm certainly not listening to him because he wants you dead.
A lot of people want me dead, but he's almost like proud of it. Like a lot of people want me dead.
I don't know how to rectify this.
Hmm.
Because I can't just bring you in.
Can't you?
Do
What
you,
if I play dead?
Do you want me to bring you in
Well,
dead?
not particularly. I don't feel like being back in that building, but did he? Why does he want me dead in the first place?
I didn't. Did he tell us why he wants Fudge dead?
He said that his Fudge killed his father,
Yes, right.
which is not possible.
I was thrown off because he says he wants you dead because you killed the 71st.
He's like struggling on the phone.
Now, whether or not that is true is none of my concern. My
Well,
concern
okay,
is your...
that makes me feel a little better.
Am I within earshot?
It's not on speakerphone, so no.
Oh.
My concern is your safety, and I'm
Well,
certainly
alright.
not bringing you in to kill you.
First of all, sweet pea, I appreciate that. Secondly, I'm glad you can agree and attest to this Heath
Yes, that is quite
is
a
a fraud.
dumb name.
He is a fraud. Thank you. Wish everyone could have as cool a name as me.
You
Pumpkin
know,
Richter Fudge.
wait, hang on. When did He got into the castle a few days ago, correct?
Yes, that's
And
what.
Margaret and Maurice said that they bumped their heads and lost their memories a few weeks
What did he say about
Maurice-
Margaret and Maurice?
Maurice said that they got hurt in a fight against the 100
Maurice
Grand,
said
who
it
were trying
who?
to take over the
That happened a few days ago.
shit.
The 100 Grand's taken over the castle, is my best assumption. And so one of them
Not
is...
that I particularly want it, but the only man who's allowed to sit on that throne is me.
Right.
So, we're going to
Wait,
figure this
what?
out.
Wait,
you
you're
can't hear
not
this.
hearing
You
this.
can't hear this.
Oh.
You do not hear any of this. The only man who's allowed to sit on that throne is me. That is rightfully mine. I will admit, not entirely wrong about the whole killing my dad thing.
I'm sorry,
but more importantly than that,
We're going to come back to that another day.
we don't
You
have
understand
to.
that, right?
We don't
It's a
have to.
lot.
We don't got to talk about that.
Bud.
Listen.
I'm listening. What is our plan? How are we rectifying this?
Our plan. Okay. Here's
Do you
what we're
want
gonna
me
do.
to bring you in pretending to be dead?
Here's what we're gonna start with. So, did he give you a time limit?
Did he give us a time limit?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't believe so.
All right.
I'll be honest with you, I was quite enraged.
Although we kind of do have
We,
a
well,
bit
yes,
of a time limit.
we do kind of have a time limit because Igneas and Kit do have the heat.
Okay. Here's the plan.
What's the plan?
3 y'all and myself can meet up somewhere. Now, it doesn't have to be here in Variety Bog. I'm getting on top of dealing with the aftermath of Bohemian. I'm getting very close to figuring out where the 3 of y'all can get some of them ruby stones.
Right, like what kind of time frame?
Like, I should have a source for you in the next day or two.
Then it sounds like
Sounds to me
I'm meeting up with you and
that the 4 of us can meet up somewhere, wherever it needs to be. I can sneak into the Empire. I know my way around that place quite well.
oh, I'm doing that with you.
Well, you're already there.
Well, if I meet up with you, where am I meeting up with you?
Tell you what.
You have a dumb rock following you.
Tell you what. On your way in, did you... No, that won't work either. Let me think. Any, like... Okay, I got it.
What you got?
There is this small town by the name of Takif. I know it's very small. Doesn't get much support from the royal family. Therefore, even on the off chance somebody figures out something suspicious is afoot, most likely they will turn the blind eye. I can meet you there in 2 days.
Correct.
So if y'all can just hang tight, I will meet you there. We can figure out what we're going to do next. Figure out how we're going to handle this Heath. And figure out how I'm going to get you your ruby stones. And I did promise to explain some things about blood. So,
Right. Well, I have some information about that for you as well.
what?
Well, first we did burn the book, like you asked.
Good.
But the book also said that, what was it, like the remains of the project are in the
The
castle?
what? The Gunpla?
Yes.
The Gunpla's in the walls of the castle.
Gunpla's in the
Didn't
walls
say
of the
anything
castle.
about this to me.
So then they might have...
Yeah, Kid told everyone.
They might have... Okay. I can work with that. I will see you in 2 days. You stay safe.
You also
Until
stay
then.
safe. You need to keep your identity hidden. I'm sure all the
Sweet
guards
baby.
are looking out
Sweet
for you.
baby. I've been keeping my identity hidden for 3 years now.
And you're doing a wonderful job.
Not one person but you in this entirety of the plains knows that you're talking to Richter Chocula the 72nd.
Ooh.
Be safe. If anything happens to you, I'll be devastated. And
If it happened to
I
you, I'd be devastated.
will meet you there.
Alright.
All right.
Stay as confident when I see you.
I sure will.
Just making sure I heard that exactly.
And that's
right.
where we're going to end our session.
Richter Chocula the 72nd?
Yes.
I wanted to make sure I didn't hear the 73rd or
Nope.
1st.
72nd.
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 That's where we're ending our section.
The
Boyfriend
one
is
that's on the
royalty.
throne now is a
Yeah,
fake.
yeah.
I was gonna mention it while Heath was talking, but she was just glaring him down the whole time.
The problem is if you had been like, you're a fraud,
No,
he
I
would
know.
have just
been
had
like,
you
fucking
killed.
bye.
Yeah, no, that's why she fucking held her tongue and then fucking stormed out.
It's funny too because as soon as he was just like, Fudge killed my father, Kit was just like, you fucking didn't. Like,
What she totally did.
right, but then like, but what we've been told is like, yeah, the Chocula died like a week ago,
Right.
and so like, Kit's like, we know where Fudge has been for the last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can
But
keep talking after I end this.